Then these depths. So gather some spelunking rope, very fun word to say, spelunking, this month, and you'll get access to weekly Dark Catacombs side quests. Dark Catacombs. As above, so below, Dark Catacombs, both very like post-spooky season spooky, you know? They both have a little bit of dark connotations there, and I kind of like it. I hope everyone had a fantastic spooky season. That's my favorite holiday of the year, Halloween. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you dressed up as a character from MCOC, please tag us on social media. I would love to see that. But let's move right along here because we're going to talk about November's champs. And we've been talking about them for a little while now because they are awesome.
Yes.
So we've got Cheoth coming to the contest. We have our own Cheoth comic. We might be giving away some of those on future live streams. Stick around and stay tuned for details about that. That would be fun. But Cheoth is brand new coming to the contest. A lot of very, very exciting news has come out, including a New York Comic-Con reveal, which was really, really cool that I and two of my colleagues got to be a part of. So unbelievable. Very fun. And we'll dive into Cheoth's optimal rotation from the one and only Karate Mike. Take it away.
To begin, parry the opponent to reduce the timer on your spirit charges. You'll reduce it even further if you punish the defender's heavy or special attack. Now, don't force it, but punishing with your heavy will pause all of your bleeds and keep the momentum rolling. From here, keep this cycle going while staying aggressive. And then, use your special 1 to activate your grit passive to stack on even more bleeds. At this point, in a shorter fight, the opponent should be melting, especially if they're infused with gamma. And your bleeds will only get more potent as the fight continues. Now, in a longer fight, really focus on building up to 10 spirit charges. Then, once ready, launch your special 3 to gain your vicious passive and juice up your bleeds even further. Now that you're all ramped up, just stay aggressive and keep applying the pressure until the opponent is knocked out.
Hey everybody, welcome back. That was your first look at Cheoth's optimal rotation, a fantastic champion that means a lot to us here at Kabam and everybody working on the contest. So we are very excited to see her come to the Battle Realm this November. But I sat down in a text conversation, there was no sitting involved, although he probably sat while he wrote it, with Karate Mike and said, hey, what makes Cheoth so unique? And he had this to say: so many things, Jax, all caps. She has an axe and a really cool braided ponytail. But more importantly, she's a Kabam MCOC original character that also happens to be a First Nations hero, created by a team of First Nations people.
Which is really
It's been so awesome watching her design process unfold, and I can't wait for the players to get their hands on her. Michael, who likes karate, also said she has so many skill champ mechanics: punishing special / heavies, big bleeds, cleanse, tranquilize. Her easy access to consistent cleanse is going to make her a total joy against Jessica Jones and other science champs who use debuffs as defensive threats. On top of that, she specifically wants to hunt gamma champs, and her bleeds are going to be a lot more potent against some of those nasty defenders. Very, very cool. And where do we really see Cheoth thriving in the contest? Karate Mike seems to think she's going to be a very solid questing champ, and that they could also see her having some nice play against certain lanes and defenders in war. We think she might be a bit too slow for a Battlegrounds attack, although against Gamma champs, she's going to have a good time and deal a lot more damage. She also could be a little sneaky on defense, since she's going to be cleansing your stun debuffs whenever you parry her. And that's Cheoth. Definitely check out Cheoth's deep dive coming this weekend. We will also have Kushala's deep dive coming this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, on the official MCOC YouTube page. Some of you are watching there right now. Hey, everybody. If you want to, come on over to twitch.tv/Kabam, make a really quick account. That's where we're going to do all of this interaction here. So I can say hey to Dada Danny Boy, and we were Akara, and other names that are easy to pronounce and read on screen here. Including Guardian 0465. Welcome on in, everybody. Great to see you. Let's move along here, because again, we've got a lot of stuff to get to. We've got Kushala coming to the contest. Hey, do you want a Summoner Supreme? Hey, do you want a Ghost Rider? Hey, do you want them both? That's Kushala. We're going to check in again with Karate Mike, the soothing tones of Karate Mike, as he walks you through the ideal rotation for Kushala. Take it away.
Look at this.
To begin, start by building your blessings. If possible, you'll want to build them evenly so they stay paused as you're working your way up. But, depending on the fight in front of you, your tactics might have to shift. From here, launch your Special 1 to nullify the buffs on the opponent, and then, if they aren't already melted, build up to your Special 2 to apply your Soul Barb. Then, continue using your Special 1 to keep applying the pressure. And keep in mind, if your opponent doesn't have natural buffs, you can apply ignition buffs using your light attacks to fuel your fire and stack on some massive incinerate damage. Now, in a shorter fight, once you build a few blessings, it may be best to focus on applying as many ignition buffs as you can. That way, you can supply your own fuel to light the defender up with your Special 1s. Oh yeah. And while in no way required, running her with the Mystic Dispersion Mastery makes her a lot more fiery, since you'll gain extra power each time the opponent gains a buff. So, don't be shy, but make sure you launch those specials.
Hey, we're back, and I have to issue a formal apology, you guys. I messed up. I said Summoner Supreme, and it was Sorcerer Supreme. So apologies to everyone that I upset with this information. But hey, Kushala looks super cool, and we're giving away a 7-star Kushala and 5 6-star Kushalas at the end of the show. So stick around for more information on how to get yourself one of these awesome champs. And hey, what makes Kushala so unique? She is the first champion to gain power as a mystic when a buff is gained on the defender, opposed to when one expires via Mystic Dispersion. She applies ignition buffs on her light attacks, so this actually helps her ramp and launch specials at a much faster rate. She has a lot of blessings that grant different abilities, but at the end of the day, she's a super, mega, ultra nullified champ that turns those nullifies into extremely potent incinerate dots. That's damage over time, gamers. Kind of like a modern version of Dr. Voodoo. Karate Mike says, she'll fit pretty comfortably on Battlegrounds and Alliance War attack. She won't be much of a defender, so she'll be single-sided more often than not in Battlegrounds decks, but she's going to be an extremely potent attacker against a lot of cosmic defenders. Kushala looks awesome. Art team don't miss. It's beautiful. And again, stick around to the end of the show for your chance to win a 7-star or one of 5 6-star Kushalas.
Ooh, nice.
I'm fired up for it. I'm really excited. I like giving away free stuff.
It's just really like a TV in the back.
Really do. What do you think, Summoners? Who are you more excited to tinker with when they come to the contest in November? Cheel or Kushala? There's no wrong answers.
Yeah.
They're both awesome.
I don't know who I would more
see a lot of Kushalas here. Guys, don't sleep on Cheel, because I don't know if you saw, but there's a bear.
Dude, she looks amazing. The Sister Eagle and Brother Grizzly. I love it.
There's voice lines now.
I love how they have
damn cups. Just to keep you all in the loop, I'm feeling a little sick, and that means I'm going to be bringing some weird energy today. But hey, let's move right along. Did you guys know that in mid-October we hosted the biggest in-person competition that MCOC has ever seen? That's right, it was called Battle Round Brawl. It was a 2-day competition that also involved a 1-evening-only player summit with reveals, hands-on demos, and early access to content coming to the contest in the near future here. Here to talk about all of the excellence that happened in that weekend, please welcome to the show my boss and your best friend.
Hey.
It's Mike. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's great to have you here. Here, you can hold this.
Oh my God, this is heavy.
It is very heavy. I don't know how FinTech held it above his head like that. It was pretty impressive, honestly. But yeah, we just had this massive, massive event.
How you doing, Bart? I'm doing good.
It was no less than like 6 to 9 months of planning, largely your work. How do you feel now that it's done?
It was, okay, yeah. I think a lot of people don't understand how much planning an event like this is. I know I didn't understand how much work planning an event like this would be.
Gosh, I love that.
Because we started almost a year ago now And it really ramped up towards spring, but it was a lot of work. But it was so worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
so
really
much
enjoyed
fun.
my time.
The players loved it.
If
the
you guys
contenders especially,
can go next
but also
year,
so did everyone here.
absolutely
Yeah,
go,
all of
because
our-
there
our
was so
coworkers,
much to talk about.
Had a great time showing up, and I'm hoping that some people tuned in and also had a good time watching.
Yeah.
I mean, we broadcast both days of the competition. We know that there were some issues with the broadcast itself, and thank you to those of you who stuck around regardless.
We just saw
we
her
had a
best
blast.
rotation earlier.
And I want to address this because I see it in the chat, and people are saying FinTech didn't get to keep the belt. As soon as FinTech won and we killed the cameras and he stepped off stage, we took the belt back immediately.
Ripped it right away.
We said no, and he was really upset, and he was like holding on to it, and you could see like the tears welling up in his eyes. But we pushed him down, and we took the belt back, and we said, "Go back to Finland now."
Yeah, none of that is true.
None of that's true. We got 2 belts made.
2 belts, yeah.
We did.
So if you
think
don't know, they
that
always make 2.
it might be tough for
And
him
that's
to
why,
fly
like,
home.
obviously, MST has an
thought
Isosphere back there.
What I thought was like
a
a
few
baller
other
move
people have the
is,
Isosphere because they won.
if he walked
And
through the metal
Kabam always
detector at
have
the
a
airport
copy
with like the belt
of each
under
trophy
his
they
shirt
make.
and was like, champion. But I don't know that he did that either. But shout out to FinTech. Shout out to all of our competitors that came out.
Yeah, I agree.
All around the world.
Yeah.
They were incredible.
And such nice people. I'm so
Such
Hey,
stoked to be there.
people.
I'm not in
That's,
this
that's me and my best friend.
Yeah.
We got
MST.
Sim, Bittersteel. Hey, there's me next to
yeah.
MST. Look at
Look
that.
at all these people
right
that
there,
showed up
front
just to
row,
hang out
on the
with
right
us.
side.
It's humbling. Like, there were times where I'm like, our goal
Remind
was
us
let's
to
get
go see
100
me.
people to show up.
Yeah.
100 people was,
Hey,
what we
look at all
thought.
the
Like, that's a
competitors.
lofty goal. Look at
Those
biceps.
biceps
I know
are.
those
Oh my
biceps.
God, Andrew.
Andrew, I need your workout routine.
Hey, there's the
Andrew, I
Kabam
need your
photo.
biceps.
Yeah. Yeah, we thought, 100 people, lofty goal. Let's get 100 people to show up, and it'll be a good time.
it was so much fun.
We had at least, I want to say, 150.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 300 people said they would come, so that was a bit disappointing.
But we knew.
I got juice and cookies for 300 people.
We bought 700 burritos.
Yeah, there was so much burritos.
There was a lot of burritos. It wasn't 700, but there was a lot of
There was a
burritos
lot.
that went uneaten. But don't worry, we put them into community fridges for people in need in the Vancouver
good.
area. So
Yeah.
that was actually kind of a fulfilling way to end a Friday.
It worked out, yeah.
But it was two kind of parallel events. Let's talk about the competition first, and then we can look into the summit itself. So the competition, 2 days.
Yes.
We had our gaming, our partners at the gaming stadium. And it was incredible. I kind of didn't know what to expect, and leading into the week of the competition, I was stressed. But it was like every single meeting we had with different people.
I love esports. Like, I generally
single
enjoyed
one,
this tournament.
I
I
was
wasn't
like,
sure I was
we
gonna,
put the
just
right
because
people in the
sometimes
right
esports can be
places.
not
and
as
this is
fulfilling
gonna
as
be
you'd
great.
hope it'd be, but
How
it was
was
really
your
fulfilling.
emotional roller coaster leading
And it was
into the
great
week
that I
of the
sat next to
competition?
B McGee
Exact
for
same.
the second day, and he was just like commentating as well.
Didn't know what to
It was really
expect, but we had the right partners. We had great partners with our event planners and down at the gaming stadium, as well as our coworkers here, who really brought this together. I was not sure how this was actually going to play out.
Same.
I was nervous from the very beginning until until
Look at that,
people
Pepe.
got on their planes home. I did not stop stressing out, but it worked out. Look at them. Like, these guys, the show looked amazing.
Yeah.
I know we
great.
had a few technical issues on the first day, but like the in-person experience was amazing.
It only gets bigger from here.
Everyone there had a great time. I was always worried that I don't know if people are going to sit and watch a Battlegrounds tournament for a couple hours.
Yeah.
John's in the corner laughing at me because at one point he said we should make this 6 or 7 hours or 8 hours long, and I said absolutely not. No one's going to sit for that.
Eventually.
And then nobody got up from their seats the entire time.
Even when bribed with food.
Even when I said, "Hey, there's food outside," people were like, "Go away."
Yeah.
Go away. I'm watching
He said that, and I
Battlegrounds.
was
Yeah,
like,
no, they were
I don't know.
into it. So
was cool.
it opens up a lot of opportunities for next year. But
Yeah, so I mean, the official statement from us, I suppose, is like, we're not locked for a second event next year. We absolutely want to do one. we think that we already have a list of stuff that we want to make bigger and better.
Yeah.
But we need more people like you guys to say, hey, we want this event. I will be there. Like, let us know so that we can go to the people with the money and say, hey, we want to set up something awesome for our people.
Yeah,
if
I
you
definitely
could layer in one more excellent thing to this competition for next year.
So I wasn't surprised, but
what's like the number one dream?
Really cool.
Like
Nagase's
4 times the competitor.
upset was pretty awesome.
Dang, bring out 32.
32.
Do full tournament on stage.
Yeah. Maybe not on stage. That's a lot of people. But there's definitely ways that we can make it work.
Yeah.
2-day event, like full days events. Tune in at the right times. Maybe the third day is our finals. So you know,
cool.
if that's what you're really into, that's what you come and watch.
Yeah.
But
Deathless are going to
more
be.
people, more
they're going to talk
competitors.
about it a little bit, but I don't think you can expect
we started out with like some grandiose plans. It came down like, you know, this was our first time doing it. Everyone keeps saying like this was the first Battle Realm Brawl, including myself. I'm going to say this is actually more like our beta Battle Realm Brawl. We really wanted to get the kinks out, see how it worked. Next year, you know, let's treat that as the big first one.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you can call it version 2, I don't care.
Yeah.
I think try bigger, better things.
Bigger and better, absolutely. I think that we did so much we laid so much groundwork for this event that going to the next one,
nice.
we have a lot of the work done for us, I think, which is fantastic. And we have talked about big plans for next year and how we wanted to do a cruise ship. Battle cruise
I heard
brawl.
Jack say this.
We put everyone out at sea.
Yeah.
International waters.
I was walking out of the tournament
rules.
the second day, and he's just talking about cruise ships.
I'm not a big fan of this one.
No, not a good plan.
I'm afraid of cruises. People go missing on cruises.
But you wouldn't.
A lot, very often. No, I haven't made any enemies in this game. No one wants to throw me off a bridge.
Hold on. Who's this? Kefison says Vancouver is far away. Next time, come to Greece. Oh, yeah, I'll consider that.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
We also considered Hawaii, mostly because we want to go to Hawaii. Yeah. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the Player Summit a little bit. We revealed a lot of things for the first time.
Yeah.
We were able to like mix and mingle with all of the community. We saw them have hands-on with a lot of new game modes and things. It was so cool. I was a little nervous. Do you have any highlights? Like, what was your peak from the summit?
Show me.
The summit, same thing. Like,
dang, I was
sit down.
There's me. Look at me.
I don't present a lot, and like, you know,
look at all this
is why this is why you're here.
Yeah.
And I am not in that chair all the time, but I had a great time, like getting up in front of everyone, telling them what's coming, what's new. The look in MSD's eyes as we announced Necropolis, like I've never seen someone's face light up like it was Christmas to him.
Dude,
it was amazing.
Insane.
I think we might have a shot, or we might have already passed it, but literally he like sat up out of his seat and his eyes are as big as saucers.
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's so cool seeing this footage back because the cameras were
know what
moving.
to expect, honestly. I had a lot of anxiety going into this event. We as community managers spend a lot of time in the forums and it can be very negative. We've been doing these live streams and those have been much more positive. So you're kind of like, this is new, unexplored territory.
God, look at that.
Everyone
so cool.
I spoke to, look at him, like Christmas morning. Everyone I spoke to was so positive, so excited, so kind. Really, it blew me away. I had such a good time. And shout out to Rob for making that edit look like I said something
Rob
really
was a G,
Those
man.
Were completely
he held me out with my live
reaction
stream.
Shots,
Had a
but
microphone
thank you.
issue.
I appreciate that.
He fixed it.
Man, this was great too. Like Alliance Quest raids for the first time, Necropolis fights, a couple of different champs. Like this was unbelievable.
I'll be 18.
Beat the Dev was great.
I will visit
the lineup
yes,
for people
dude,
who
come.
wanted
I'd love to meet
embarrass
you,
the
Bart.
devs was exceptional.
Yeah.
That was maybe some of my favorite. But also watching Pepe nearly solo the Grandmaster, like on the spot.
Who's been a huge pain for you?
Made
Alliance
me so upset.
Yeah. I didn't play Alliance Raids, but
Pepe was so kind. Shout out to Pepe, who also gave me a keychain from their hometown.
Yeah.
That's my brother. There he is.
But again, I think that
just
speaks volumes to the quality of our community here and the people that are most passionate and most engaged and want to be here. All of you lovely people hanging out right now. Thank you so much from the bottom
I brought my
of
brother,
heart.
my sister,
that's incredible,
my mom
and you don't see that in
all
of these different. You don't see that in every gaming community. I'm kind of blown away.
No,
who don't play the game, by the way.
I always say we're blessed to have a community that most games would kill for.
Yeah.
People passionate enough to travel across the world to come hang out with us. Yeah.
Wild.
Blue.
And 9 years in. Oh, by this point in the night, we had both been active for about 12 hours.
I want to say more than 12 hours.
More than
Max
12,
winning.
and we
And
were
then,
losing.
and then,
but we
and then
did
me winning.
a raffle, a couple giveaways. That was very fun. Oh, man,
that was
I had
so
an absolute blast. I'm excited for
My
next
favorite
year.
part is that one guy, the one person who didn't play the game.
Yeah, we had one guy
Yeah.
who came in as a guest. He's like, I don't play the game, but I'm here with my buddy. No problem.
He
After
won
I
one of the
won.
He
best
won of like
prizes.
one of the 5. Won one of 5 raffle prizes. It was great. Anything else that we need to touch on from
No.
Battle Round Brawl?
I want to pass this on so that you guys can actually get to like the new cool information. But thank you to everyone who showed up. Thank you to everyone who watched. If
a
you
huge
wanna-
thanks to Mike, man. I won
if you
a
will-
7-star
if you
of
wanna
my
come
choice.
next year, let us know.
So I
need
picked
to plan how
Voss.
much juice and cookies to order this
How
time.
many burritos is enough?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited for next year as well. I want to do more live events like this. I haven't been in front of a live crowd like that. I mean, prior to New York Comic Con the weekend before, but like it's been such a long time, and it was absolutely unreal.
It used to be
Before you
longer.
go anywhere,
Oh,
we have a big
I get
moment.
to do this?
Yeah, I'm going to let you.
Okay.
That wasn't the initial plan, but since you just asked, I'm going to let you do it.
Okay.
Gang, hanging out there. Thank you for being here. This is your pal Jack speaking to you now. I have my first ever 7-star crystal,
Ooh, wow, nice.
and we're going to open it here together live, and we're going to let Mike do
Wish
the
my chair
honors.
didn't creak so much.
I'm scared. Well,
I'm
I let-
also scared.
I let Karate Mike open mine. He duped my Mysterio.
Yeah.
Not stoked on it. Don't hate it. I'm not happy about it either.
More like jujitsu, Mike, am I right? All right, Rob, can we pull up my screen here? All right, hold on, let me get back into focus. You can now see my in-game name and alliance tag. That means that you are contractually obligated to forfeit any Battlegrounds match you see me in future.
So he does have the
So thank you
command
for that.
flag,
Let's
though,
fire this up
which
right
is really
here.
Cool, and I really like that they did that for those who wanted it.
Nervous. Let's pull it in there. Mike,
let's
do
see,
the
let's see.
honors. Give us
Who's
a
gonna
tap.
get?
I don't know who I want ultimately. Sasquatch
If you
would
get
be cool.
Titania, I'm going to be so
Are
upset.
you gonna be upset?
Titania would be
she's
I like that we're
Sam.
watching the screen and there's a massive one right
Sam?
here.
Oh!
Yeah. Captain America Sam Wilson.
Okay. My first was Mantis, and I would be stoked on this.
I'm good because I don't have a lot of tech. I was saying
Yeah.
this to John yesterday. I don't have a lot of tech in my roster, so I mean, it wasn't my number 1.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. Any 7-star is a good 7-star. That's what we say.
For your first 7-star, any 7-star is a good 7-star.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at me go. Look at me go, you guys! Thank you for being here for this wonderful personal milestone. I appreciate you all being here to hype me up.
Hype, hype.
Mike, you want to do an account tour someday?
No, absolutely not.
Me neither.
I have 3 accounts. I have the one I play for the most part.
Yeah.
My more endgame one, which I will never ever show anyone.
Yeah.
And then like I have a rotating like new account.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like checking out the new game experience.
Sure.
So I have like hundreds of accounts at this point, probably.
Well, we need to. It's
Yeah.
kind of our jobs too. I see
And
people
you
yelling
can't
at
get
you
banned
for
for
piloting,
having lots
which
of
that's not what piloting
A lot of
is.
people
that's
have
all
asked
that
that.
means.
And I've
but-
even heard
Hey,
Kabam being asked
gang,
that.
summoners at home, who was your first 7-star pull? I'm curious to know.
who was my first
Really
7-star?
excited. Thank you, everybody. Thank
Gamora.
You. You
Gamora
guys
was
have
my
been with
first
me
7-star
since Baby Little Cav account. Once I finally beat the Grandmaster after almost pulling all of my hair out.
Tough
And
fight.
now, hey, first 7-star. Look at us go. Look at us go. Mike, thanks for coming to hang out.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
We'll
all his
see you
tats.
again real soon. I don't know if you want to come back in the mid-November stream for the big giveaway. Remember the big giveaway?
Oh yeah.
The big giveaway.
Yeah.
Or December, we're going to do some fun stuff leading into the holiday season. So we'll see you again soon.
I'm literally always right there.
It's
Why
true.
don't
If
you,
he's not
uh,
there, he's literally just off camera. Everyone say goodbye to Mike.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Mike. Now I don't know how you get off the set, so just have fun.
Damn, so there's a mod on the YouTube.
All right, everybody, let's keep it going here. I'm going to talk to you guys about some free stuff. Yeah, you can sit. You'll just be hanging out quietly for a minute. That's the next guest. It's a secret.
I wanted to switch.
You guys want free stuff? Stick around later in the show. We'll be giving away a 7-star Kushala and 5 6-star Kushalas. But that's not all. Here's how you guys are going to get some more stuff out of MCOC and Rob, bring up a slideshow. It's a slideshow time.
Nice.
Hey. Rob, my mouse isn't working. Can I go now? You. Yeah, you. Do you like stuff?
I love stuff. Jax is
bet
fighting,
you
and I will
do.
too, and I'm going to die with that Grandmaster. Just be patient.
Introducing
Come on, come on.
Marvel Contest of Champions on Amazon Prime
drops,
Gaming.
baby.
And I don't know who switched my slide. Listen, if I make a slideshow, it is a particular brand of messy, and this is outside of those realms. I don't know who changed it, but we're going to have words. What does this mean? What is this? So, very simple. You're going to log into Prime Gaming if you already have an Amazon Prime account. Prime Gaming is a part of that. You're going to go to a specific Marvel Contest of Champions gaming page. We will be giving out URLs twice a month on our social accounts and likely on the forums as well, just to get it out to you guys. This is very simple stuff. If you're on a desktop, you're going to scan a QR code with your device. It's going to launch MCOC, and you're going to get stuff. And it's that easy. If you're on mobile, a little bit different. You're just going to go to the page, tap the URL. Go to the page using the URL, tap Get In-Game Content, get free stuff.
Okay.
That's it. So again, this is a partnership with Amazon Prime. If you already have an account, you have Prime Gaming, you get certain perks and benefits, such as
That's really not how I expect
subs
that to work.
on
Usually Prime
Twitch.
Gaming
If you
is
wanted
you go
to
to the
use
Prime Gaming
those
tab and you
to
claim
support your
reward.
number one, your favorite
And then
creators,
that reward's
like,
only claimable for
like
like 2 months.
twitch.tv/.
And then it says
you
enter
could
your
do that there if you
username,
wanted
and then
to. It's for free. Is
it
all
was
I'm
kind of.
saying.
I thought it was gonna be like Marvel
But
Insider.
if you created a new account to get
I
this
guess
free
it makes
stuff,
sense
make sure to
to do
hit
this
level 2 and
because,
complete the tutorial. Then you'll get more free things.
Marvel
And
Insider
the QR
for a
code
reason,
is
alright?
usable by only one
So
person.
I guess it makes sense they wouldn't do that.
Only one account. It's yours. It's personal. You can't share it. None of that.
Prime Gaming.
What are you
going
to get though? You know, what are you going to get? I see Polsky Play says, what stuff is there?
Featured champion. So
you're going to get
cool.
a 3-star featured champion, a special Cavalier Crystal, and 3 energy refills twice a month just for showing up. This isn't going to replace the Marvel Insider thing by any means. This is not permanent. This is... Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not going to replace that because it's already gone. But hey, here's a way for you to get a free champion.
Well, like Marvel
tester.
Insider, basically.
Obviously, guys.
I use Marvel Insider since
Expectations
started.
here. We're not just throwing a bunch of stuff
to get
at you.
the new champions as the lowest available rarities.
This is free stuff. This is fun. It's a way for you to
get,
check out
usually
each of
the
the
2-star
champions.
version is what I looked
and
at
it's
Marvel
for
Insider
a lot of you something that you already have.
So to them giving
how
3
often?
stars.
So we're going to be doing this
interesting.
twice a month for a little while, not indefinitely, but for some time. So in November, check out November 13th
you do get
to get
free
Kushala,
3-star.
and November
So
27th to get
arena.
Shield. And you're going to be able to test those champs, play with them a little bit,
I'm down with that.
and get some additional free goodies. Moving into December, we talked about this elsewhere, but I'm not sure how concrete. Of course, Santa, Onslaught. And then on the 25th, there's a mystery. That's not to say like it's going to be a better gift. That's just because they haven't told me yet. Yes, exactly. Who said that? The real Jinja21 says it's a nice little bonus.
Yeah,
that's the way to think of it.
I mean, it
this
makes
isn't
sense.
something
So
that
it
you're going to go stand in line and
they could
wait
give us
for
a trophy
Black
champ
Friday
on December
for.
25th.
But this is a nice little bonus. You know, this
probably
is
not.
This is coupons in
so
the mail.
Interesting that for sure
Why not?
one champion.
A nice
for
little
December.
bonus.
I mean, we are getting.
Hey, do you want some more stuff?
Yeah,
this one.
They did reveal it.
About the same.
Summit, so.
But
that's why I'm not like.
Once per week in the Summoners Market, hop in there.
We saw
get this free crystal. Once a week for free. This is reminiscent. It is similar to. Is it the same as the Legend Celebration crystal? That Legend Celebration crystal that everyone went wonk wonk for.
Maybe Mystique.
That's not a real term. I just made it up.
I doubt it.
Go and get that once a week for free.
I really do doubt it.
And that's
honest. Just because we're getting
free stuff.
Maestro this month.
Thank you for listening and enduring another one of my slideshows.
I don't think we'd get another.
Let's move right along here to another slideshow. But let me introduce our next special guest. You've seen him once before, twice before. You know him as a relic aficionado. He came to the show and said, "Let me give away relics, you guys." And it negatively impacted viewership. So we had him on timeout for a while, but now he's back. Please say hello to Harold. Great to have you.
Hello. Thanks, Jax.
Cool.
Wasn't a fan of the relics thing, personally. But
this is what genuinely happened. Harold,
what it is.
Harold said, I said, hey, Harold, can you come and talk about Alliance Quest event setup 2.0?
It's just too hard to do.
And you said, maybe. Can I give away something that's not relics this time?
I said exactly those words.
And I said, you actually won't be on for the giveaway part. You're going to leave the set by
even better. Get me out of here.
Hey, stick around, folks, as we're going to be giving away a 7-star Kushala and 5 6-star Kushalas, and we'll let you read out the winner, the champion, the
take
number
it.
one.
Please.
So yes, you can give away something that's not relics, okay?
My redemption arc.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. All right, we're going into Alliance Quest Setup 2.0.
Yeah.
This is something we talked about back in spring this year. It's been cooking. And I think it's pretty straightforward, but it's a feature that people have been really requesting for a long time.
Yeah, totally. It's a huge quality of life improvement for players, and we'll get into some of the details as to why. So yeah, why don't we just jump right into the next slide and we can talk a little bit about this. So yeah, we've been talking about this for a while, and we've heard a lot of feedback about AQ and how people find it pretty cumbersome. They have to kind of schedule their lives around it a little bit. So one of the things we really wanted to do was put more agency in players' hands, right? And so we'll get into more of those details, but check out this landing page, right?
Yeah,
nice.
I talked
trophies,
to some of the
like
game
that.
team, and they were essentially saying, like, this is reminiscent of Battlegrounds as a landing page, and it's clean, it's
So you got the
a
glory
really
store, your
good
rewards, the calendar.
first touch with the game mode, because it gives you all the options laid out. And it's my understanding, are we looking to kind of implement
the calendar
more
to show
of this
you.
style
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
to other
I guess
game
to show
modes
you
as
like
well
what's going
in
on
the
this
future?
day, what's going on
Absolutely.
that day. That's cool.
Like you mentioned, this is a template taken from Battlegrounds, and Battlegrounds
Sins of the
was our
Past,
first step at kind of
which,
modernizing our game modes, right? Making it
Sins of the
more
Past
usable,
was
more
the
accessible,
mcoc
getting all the
and-
information you need in one place.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
if you look at
Sins
the
of the
screen here, you have everything laid out. The
Was the
panel on the
mcoc
left
event,
kind of
right?
shows you
I'm not tripping, right?
which battlegrounds are assigned to which maps,
Yeah.
right?
Let me look.
And then you have the next panel there with the event calendar, which we'll get into in a second.
Sure.
You have the rewards, the top rewards, and everything all
Good
laid
to
out
have
there.
it there.
Battle group assignments for all your officers and leaders.
Sins
to
of the
shuffle around
Father
and
is what
just
it was
for yourself
called.
to get some info, and then the
Sins of the
store,
Past
a
was an
link straight
event.
to
I
the store
remember that,
here.
right?
And then leaderboard, right?
And then last but not least, because this is new and there's always pain points, that's always interesting to me as someone who observes the community, engages with the community. New is scary to people. This, in my opinion, and almost everyone's opinion, is a positive
Since
move.
Best always makes me
Inevitably,
think of
we're going to have
it.
people that are uncomfortable because it's different, it's not familiar to them anymore, and it's chaos. If you ever get concerned or confused, you just hit this little tooltip button, number 7 there.
It's the how-to button.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And we'll get into this a little more. I do want to address that 20 million. This is not a
20 million
real.
units.
This is a test account. This is those 20 million units are not
This is
real.
Jax's account.
No, it's not. It's not my
Jax's account.
secret second account. It's not real. I also can't give you any of them. But hey, the next live stream we'll be giving away a lot of units. We'll have more information about that later. Do you want? Because I know you want to give away better stuff.
I do.
That's really
So
cool.
maybe we'll bring
As a
you back
giveaway.
just to be like, hey, I'm here to
you.
give.
Appreciate that.
This is Harold, everybody, the giveaway guy.
It's almost like real-
You
I
come
mean-
in for every live stream now
right.
just to give away stuff,
I
and I
saw
love
someone
it.
earlier call me Relic Man. I don't like that.
Relic Man.
Don't call me Relic Man.
No,
I
not-
also
not
did see
Relic
people
Man. That kinda
complimenting your
sounds cool,
shoes.
though.
So,
The Relic Man.
all right, let's move right along here.
He delves
Okay,
the relics.
so I mentioned the panel on the left earlier in the screen, right? So this is what it is. It's the enlistment panel. So you can choose to enlist
looking
which
pretty clean.
PG
I like it.
into which maps per day. And for those of you who are very detail-oriented, you'll notice that it says out of 7. So that's a really exciting thing I want to talk about, which we'll get into in the next slide. But
Yeah.
this is how it's going to look. So if you do have an assigned map in a BG for that day, you can just jump straight into it, but it'll be nicely laid out for you which map you're doing and which BG is doing which what.
Sorry, I'm laughing because people have started referring to you as the Relic Ranger. I like that a lot.
That was slightly better.
All right, let's look at number
Okay.
2.
Okay, next one. So this is the enlistment calendar. So this is like a really, really cool UI that I'm a huge fan of. I didn't do any of this work. I just want to caveat that. I'm just the messenger here.
Yeah.
So over here, you get to choose which BG does which map out of the 7 days. So again, earlier we said that it's out of 7. So we're actually changing the cadence of AQ, which is super exciting. I talked about agency earlier, right? So you can actually choose which day of the week you want to play Alliance Quest. So for those who don't want to do AQs on the weekend, you can choose to not do that, right? And it's per BG, so you have a lot of agency within your alliance, and you can choose whichever maps you want to do, things like that. If you want to go to the next slide, I think we have more info.
Yeah. So if you tap this,
Yeah.
tap, you go into this.
There you go. Yeah, so it's got all the information that you need per enlistment here, right? So you can see which map you're doing, who the final boss is, who the mini boss is. And then if you look at the tabs on the top, you can actually choose the modifier on that map, right? There you go. So everything all in one place. Really, really cool UI work here by our UI designers. And so,
hey, if you're a UI designer, they're always hiring.
Here, the whole flow.
So one thing, don't forget to save. So any details you set in the individual days, they don't lock until you hit this save button. It'll be green when you have changes to save. I think way back in spring, we knew that this was going to be a win.
Yep.
In that we're giving people, like you said, agency, we're reducing commitment, and we're giving people the option. So if you really wanted to run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then take a break, you can do that. If you want to avoid weekends, which I'm seeing from people being like, no weekends, hooray. Yeah. And that's pretty solid. But again, we took it a step further and made it more beautiful, more accessible, more fun.
Totally. I should mention that once you do save like your arrangement, it caches. So you don't have to do it every week manually, right?
Sweet.
Obviously. But if you do want to change it, you can change it anytime, and it'll occur in the next.
Yeah, because there's that next week button at the top there.
That's correct.
Yeah. I'm excited about this change. I think it's a very, very solid quality of life change. But that's not all that we're doing with Alliance Quest. Now, this isn't happening right now. This is happening in early 2023. We've shown this at Battle Realm Brawl Day 2. You're making faces back there. What's up? Are you nervous? 2024? Thank you. You can correct me. That's the second time that you've just let me say something stupid and then wait. Don't worry, the chat got me too.
Yeah,
2024, years are hard, time is a lie. All right, early 2024. We've shown this off a couple of times. I think it's going to be really cool. We had people play testing it at the Players Summit. You say it.
Okay.
Okay.
We're doing AQ raids.
Woo!
Let's go.
Raids! I'm excited. Wow, we echoed. Sorry. We also have our finance.
I did talk to
sorry, everyone.
One of the Kabam guys who.
So we've got an explainer video.
Helped with the raids.
Letting people know the general overview. I think it does say a date in late 2023, which obviously we're early enough in this process that things are still shifting. That video was also meant as an early preview, and therefore the video itself will change. Don't listen to it; it's a lie. But early 2024 is what we're aiming for. It'll be another thing that we focus on in one of these live streams. I want to, and Rob is working really hard behind the scenes to make it happen.
We'll have more info.
Where we can do it live. Yeah. Because it's three-person battle groups.
Oh, that's cool.
10-person battle groups, but in groups of 3.
In groups of 3, and then one person sits alone on the sidelines.
You.
It's me, always.
Yeah.
But we'll do it. We'll do it here.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a really cool thing to do live.
It'll be fun.
I see people asking questions. We have more information about this game mode going live in the forums in about like 15, 20 minutes.
Nice.
I posted it behind the scenes, and we
So
just
if you
have to
remember
flip it live,
raids,
so
they
check that out after the
specifically,
stream.
when we first talked about raids,
along with
what,
the
2
side
years
quest
ago,
information,
it was
as we often do.
Galactus raids.
Before we throw the video,
From that video,
that's it for Herald,
Galactus
everybody. So
ain't there.
Shout out to the Relic Ranger.
I'm interested to see
we'll have you come back to give away some
raids
stuff, but
either
thank you so
build
much
up
for
to
being here
Galactus,
and hanging
or
out
maybe
with
the
us.
Chrono
Thanks,
Serpent,
appreciate
because I
it.
think they're going to
Take care.
pivot.
All right,
I really
let's
think
throw
they're going to
to
pivot
Alliance
and
Quest
go Chrono Serpent raids eventually.
No, Alliance Quest raids. Sorry, Relic's on the brain.
Because I'm really interested to see.
What is going on, Summoners? Today, we're giving you a first look at our newest game mode, Alliance Raids. Like Alliance War and Alliance Quest, raids are all about coming together with your battle group to conquer the map before you.
You know what I mean?
The first step is to decide your teams. There are 3 lanes of bosses, so naturally, your battle group will split into 3 groups of 3, with 1 summoner in reserve. Now, each team of 3 will need a player of each role: Vanguard, Assault, and Tactician. On the champion select screen, you'll be able to filter your champions by role. Champs that aren't in a role won't be able to complete role missions or deal any damage, so make sure you bring the right one for the job. Once you have your teams, roles, and champs decided, it's time to head into the map. You're going to want to make sure you head to the matching choice node for your decided role. Each node has a matching icon and color with the role you picked. And at this node, you'll be selecting a boost. Take some time to read them, and pick whatever you think will help your champ unleash the most amount of damage. Alright, now that you're boosted and at the boss, you'll want to organize the order that you fight with your partners. This will only matter for the first few fights while you're ramping. Now, each boss will have their own set of requirements while fighting them, and each time you complete the required in-fight objectives, you'll gain raid fervor. Now keep in mind, you can increase the amount of fervor gained from the boost that you chose. And once you gain enough fervor in a fight, you'll complete the mission and gain 1 roll charge.
Similar to the Chrono Serpent.
These are your main resources to gain bonus damage for yourself and your teammates. And completing your missions in the fight will grant charges for rolls other than your own. If you're Assault, you'll grant charges to Vanguard. Vanguard grants charges to Tactician, and Tactician grants charges to Assault.
Science, Tech.
And when your fight ends, you'll consume 1 of your roll charges. Completing a mission also grants you 1 stack of roll force for each roll charge on the fight that isn't your own, up to 10 of each. And these are important because each stack of roll force gives the attacker increased damage on all attacks. But roll force will only work if roll charges for your roll are active. So, make sure to complete your 7 missions each fight. That way, you build roll force faster and unleash some serious damage. Just make sure everyone has charges and that you're working together to build them evenly, and you should be good to go. From here, rinse and repeat this process for each boss, then come together to take down the final boss as a group. You'll be capped on how much of the boss's health you can take off in a single fight, but a number of free revives will be available in the store each week. And also, timeouts will 100% knock out any attacker. So, make sure to deal as much damage as you can. Raids will be active for the final week of each Alliance Quest rotation. That means, if you choose to participate in raids, you only have to complete 1 map over the course of the week instead of 4. So, which champions do you want to take to your first raid? Let us know in the comments below. And get ready, because raids are launching later this year. Until next time, we'll see you in the Battle Realm.
All right, everybody, welcome back. That is, for some of you, a first look at Alliance Quest raids. Now, let's address a few things here. That's your first look at something, and it is a very detailed, dense explainer video. I know that for some of you, it seems overwhelming. But you've got time. We're gonna take you there. We're gonna showcase everything.
If you
shout
take
out
a
to
little
FinTech
time
MCOC. What's up, champ? Great to see you. Says it sounds more complicated than it is.
Yeah.
And it is, because we have to explain it in all its nitty-gritty details, so that you have all of the information. But realistically, there are going to be shorter guides and more explainer videos and a little more hands-on stuff as we get there. And some people will be like, "No, I'm not going to play that." That's not for everyone. But that's the great thing about our game, is not every game mode is for everyone, and you just pick and play the ones that you like, and you have my full support in doing that, everybody. But as we were just talking as that video rolls, this is like built-in end-game content once a month for you and your alliance. So some people saying, I want to change alliances to get ready for this. Great. Like, I think it's interesting every time we introduce a new game mode, because again, that's it. People being like, well, this is complicated, this is overwhelming. It's a new game mode. This is like something completely different, completely foreign to you. So it's totally understandable that you guys might feel a little overwhelmed right now. But it's going to be cool. The rewards I see, as always, is a question. Robot account Chris.
I'm not seeing the rewards
and I'm talking to a bot right now. I'm going to be so embarrassed. But we'll have more of that information when we get the game mode up and running.
I can actually say something about that. I know.
Hey, everybody, say hi to John Not John.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. We got to shake hands. We looked at different cameras.
That's
weird.
fine.
So one thing I wanted to say about the rewards and kind of what you were saying there is one way that we're showing summoners they kind of have a choice.
Yeah.
To do this is that during raid week, all of the Alliance Quest rewards will be better, whether you play raids or not. So we're showing summoners that they have a choice whether they want to do this or not.
Love that. Yeah. Love that. As Twitchy D has pointed out, it is good to reiterate, coming later this year is not accurate. I know I said it before. Let's bookend it here. Not coming later this year, but in 2024. 4, which is the next year
interviewed
to happen
at
after
the
this
summit.
one. Guys, we got John here. John's here to talk about some really, really
So many
cool
Johns.
things.
Damn Johns.
We're going to get into some
there's 3 of
first-time
them.
looks of a lot of
more.
things right now. So again, if you guys have any questions, please tag Kabam Twitchy D, and
D?
we'll have them
Twitchy D?
pass along some stuff. Oh my God, I just realized what happened. It's fine. All right. We did rehearsals yesterday, and there was a few things that happened where I was like, John, you're saying that. I'm just sitting here, okay? So let's take a look at our next slideshow. Can you join my alliance? Sure. I don't do a lot with it,
Deathless!
but we just
Here we
hang out
go.
and vibe. Let's take a look at Deathless champions. We've talked about Guillotine Deathless.
Yeah.
And we've only given a couple of details about the 5 pieces that people need to acquire. And I think we all agreed that it was important that we get out all that information as soon as we can, because nothing would be worse for someone to get through the victory track to get that piece, which is no easy feat. This is going to be a
I'm not
challenge.
gonna be able to get that
only to
piece.
find out that there's something down the line that they will not be able to do or don't have any interest in doing.
I think
you know what
definitely
mean?
you should know if you want to go to the 6-star or the 7-star.
So we're going to start with Deathless champions,
you go
but
for
we're also
7-star, you
going to
get
talk
6-star
about
as a bonus.
Necropolis.
If you go for 6-star, you
rewards.
can't
We're
get
going to talk
7-star,
rewards for the first time, and
if you're not good.
we're going to talk about our next progression rank to follow up Paragon.
next
And I don't know if you
progression
can tell, but I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, me too, kind of. You're making me nervous.
No, you're going to be great. Look, I'll put on a brave face. That's my brave face. All right, but let's start with Deathless Champs. It's fun. It's beautiful. All of these exciting things.
we got one.
Let's move to the first slide here, and then you can take it away.
Sounds good. Yeah, so we're going to start to talk about 7-star Deathless champions first, and then we'll talk about the 6 stars after that. So the 7-star champions are designed to be late-game collection pieces.
Yeah.
They are truly end-game content. You're going to have to do some of the hardest content in the game to
Makes me
collect them.
sad,
And they're
'cause I'm not
designed
gonna be
to
able to
be
do it.
a very hard chase. The other thing about the 7-star Deathless champions is that the pieces will vary, where they are sourced, will vary significantly based on content that's in the game. So we're not releasing a new Necropolis every quarter next year, obviously.
Yeah.
And so there will be different ways to acquire these champions. But I am ready to make 2 promises.
Yeah, you did this yesterday, and I was like, I don't make promises.
Yeah, well,
John makes promises.
I'm making 2 promises to the community about Deathless champion acquisition, okay? Number 1, they will always be available for in-game content or currencies.
Got it.
They might require a moderate unit spend, but it's never going to be ridiculous. The prime acquisition method for these pieces will never be cash offers. Number 2, they will never be sourced in a limited fashion in something like rank rewards. Okay,
Nice.
so you're never going to have to finish Masters in Alliance War or Top 100 in
That's
Alliance
good.
Quest for these pieces or anything like that. Aside from that, it's fair game.
Yeah.
I'm not making any other promises about where you're going to find these
That's
pieces.
good.
Some
I
of
mean,
them you're
that's
gonna be
not-
able
that's
to
kind
collect
of what I
solo. Some of them
expected.
you might have to do some
I'm glad
challenging
it's not
content
like
with
a
your
weapon.
alliance.
It wasn't like the original Weapon X acquisitions.
But yeah, those are
only through
the
Legend
two
Fund.
the
You
two
can get 'em.
boundaries for what
So,
we're looking at.
This is really nice
Sorry.
that we'll
I'm
be
just
able to
laughing
get
because
them.
Twitch
I'm going for the
auto-censored
6-star,
isn't
not
a
the
big
7-star,
unit spend. And, sorry,
7-star
I just
people can love.
enjoyed that. I didn't mean to derail entirely. Guys, I get distracted by the chat constantly. Some of you are hilarious. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So next slide, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm in charge. I
are you in
forgot.
charge?
Yeah. I'm doing fine, you guys. Let's keep it going.
So the 6-star Deathless pieces should be accessible. These are more accessible than the 7 stars. The idea here is that they'll be accessible to late game summoners based on sort of like broad engagement across the game. So if you play all of our different modes, if you play all the different content, you should be able to acquire these pieces if you want to. Again, the sources will still potentially vary. I'm not saying that they'll be the same currencies or exactly the same cost every quarter, every new Deathless champion.
But it does seem
But they will be more
currency-based
consistent
for the
and more
6-star.
predictable. And I should note, I know some people have already realized this, if you collect all of the 7-star pieces and trade them in, you will get both the 7-star champion and the 6-star
I
champion.
hear my camera's
so
coming
if
up
you
half
are
his face,
collecting
I'm
the
sorry.
7-star pieces and you think you're going to be successful, do not buy the 6-star pieces. You do not need them.
That's good to know. Also, we see a number of people asking about.
That's too distracting.
Hold on one sec. I got to ban someone in the chat.
Oh,
Someone else do it. But yeah, we see some people asking about the creation of these champs and are they just trophies? They're going to have their own takes on the already established kits. It's important for at least the first 4 that you know. It's not a completely new kit, but it's not the same old kit. It's not a reskin. There is some unique things there. And there's going to be some fun reasons to put them on your roster, and we'll talk about that.
So it seems
a
like
little while
updated,
as well
like it's taking the guillotine and updating
again, stick
her,
around
or at least
for
pushing
the
her into a
7-star
different
Kushala
direction
giveaway
than
and
the
the
original
5-6-star
kit goes,
Kushala
but
giveaways.
That's what it seems
We were
like,
just talking
for
about
sure.
stars, and then that's where my brain went.
Interesting.
Are we did this one? We did this
we
slide?
did this one.
Great.
We can move on.
I'm fading.
Yeah, so the actual 7-star guillotine pieces here. So obviously, summoners have seen the handle came in an in-game message. The tip of the blade is
Necropolis.
Battleground Season 12. Victory track completion, you need to play one
A banquet
fight
milestone
in the Gladiator
Wow.
Circus.
Okay,
to
so
collect
confirming
that,
the
but don't
banquet's
forget to
coming
do
back.
that. That will be the only
challenge objective,
primary source
which-
for this piece. It's not
There's
coming
no way
back
I'm
next
doing that.
Battleground season. So if you want that, push for
Damn,
the Gladiator
banquet
Circuit this season.
milestone.
There's a soul in Necropolis completion, which players already know.
Interesting.
The body of the blade is going to come in a challenge objective near the end of December. I will say about this challenge objective, it's similar to a Karina's challenge.
Yeah.
There are 3 chained objectives.
That's not too
I
bad,
play tested them. I think they're very fun. There is no
The banquet
question that this
milestone
will
is
be
interesting,
easier for
though.
most
So,
summoners than
for
the
sure, that means
Necropolis
we're
piece.
getting
So if you
guillotine
can secure
next
that
month.
Necropolis piece, you should
Unless
be
we
able
don't
to
get
this
that
one.
banquet
You might
milestone
have to
until
rank
the
up 1 or
first
2
week of
champions to do
January.
it. But yeah, it shouldn't be.
But it says
too
it's a
big of problem.
milestone. It's
And
not
the
a
cross
rank
guard will come in a
reward. So
banquet
yeah,
milestone.
she
and I'll
definitely
say
would come
something
in
about this.
December.
This is
next
in.
month.
Hold on, let me just say this.
Yeah.
Hold on, I wanted your
Okay.
coverage, but it's fine. Rob, can you go back to John's coverage? I feel like it's more impactful if I do it this way. Hey, guys, settle down. You just read 2 words on a screen. It's no need to overreact. John's going to explain it to you. John's a good guy. Give John a chance.
I'm going to explain it to you. Thank you. So this will be in a banquet milestone, and it will be at a very, very reasonable banquet milestone.
Reasonable.
This will be by far, aside from the mass message piece, by far the easiest piece to attain. Basically, anybody who engages with the banquet event
Nice.
will collect this piece.
Okay, that's cool.
Is what I can say.
See, guys?
Yeah.
Now, don't you feel silly for getting all up in arms. It's going to be fine.
Not for Wells. Okay, so I will be specific about it. We tune this so that if you open your free crystals and you spend the units from the other milestones on crystals, you will get this. So you won't
So
even
just
have
by
to spend
doing the
any of your own
thing.
units.
Yeah.
Just by doing the
That's
thing,
good.
you
I was afraid it was going to be like a
guys.
high
Now
milestone,
don't
but if
all
it's just
feel better.
if it's
Let's
just a
all
normal
just
milestone, like
deep breaths.
you remember the banquet
All right, let's take a
milestones?
look
They were
at
pretty
6
easy
stars.
to do.
You ready to move on?
If most of your alliance mates
do
were
it.
playing the game with you.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the 6-star pieces are basically being sourced for
all
engagement
eventually be
across the
available
game.
in the
And-
store.
Slide says 7 stars. That's on
Okay.
me. This is 6-star, everyone. Pay attention. 6 stars.
Yeah, sorry, these are the
6-star.
6-star pieces. So these are available basically for multiplayer currencies this season.
So 30,000 trophies, which
These
we
will
know.
all
600K
eventually in the shop and
loyalty.
be available
Okay,
until
I'm saving my
January
loyalty
31st, and the amount of currency that it
8,500
costs is
glory.
basically tuned so
How much
that
glory
you
do
will
I
have
have?
more than enough time if you are actively
I'm
engaged in these
600
modes
away.
to collect this much
Fifth,
currency.
150K
There we go.
artifact.
Easy peasy.
I'm
Again,
7,000 away.
Our team don't
That's
miss.
cool.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
definitely might
I'm
get
excited to
6-star
see these.
Deathless pretty
But hey,
soon.
John, what happens if I missed a piece?
What happens if you miss the piece?
Yeah, because
They will have a catch-up mechanic. However,
You're gonna have to.
we
pay
want to
incentive.
strongly incentivize collection of these pieces
will
through their
cost units.
primary channels. And
Damn.
so this catch-up mechanic will cost units, and it's going to cost lots of units. And I know for sure there are going to be, Reddit posts and forum threads saying, I can't believe Kabam thinks a Deathless Guillotine piece is worth this many units. And the honest answer to that is we don't. We don't think it's worth that many
basically,
units. The reason
you want
that
the
we're doing it
champion,
this way
go chase her, and
is
go
to
chase
not
her now,
cheapen the
or
chase of the summoners who collect
you
these
miss
pieces
that
the
chasing
regular way. But if you're on vacation and you miss a piece,
period,
and you absolutely
your-
can't
not
live
a grace
without
period,
having
but
the
this is your,
champion,
like-
that there will
this is your
be
last-
a
this is
catch-up
your-
mechanic
this is your-
available for units. This mechanic will be
interesting.
available
Very
after
interesting.
all of the summoners.
I mean, it's a
who
fair
have
way to do it. Like, I
collected
think
these
that's a
pieces
fair way.
through
If you
the
want
primary
trophy
channels
champ,
get it.
you
So
should go and
this,
chase that
This will
trophy
come
champ.
after that.
It sucks.
The
It's
first
kind of
way to
limited,
collect the champions
but
will be through
if
the,
you have the
resources
money,
we
I
talked
guess.
about.
Yeah,
If you missed
I
out,
think that this is important as well because this is very reminiscent of the summer triple-double pass to get Morbius, where we told you guys, hey, do it now because 3 months down the line, you're going to be upset if you didn't.
Yeah.
This is one where your smoothest path to acquisition is through these stepstones now.
That's a fair way
so
to do
again,
it. I'm actually
like
okay
obviously
with that.
things happen, people miss
absolutely.
events, but if you have
you need
it
to get
in
glory
you,
then.
get it done the right way.
Because basically, I have everything but
draining your
battleground
units.
That's right.
tokens. I don't have
And
30K,
we
I
are
have
looking at
5,000.
potentially like
So I
a
think I do need to play
long-term
Battlegrounds, 'cause
content-based
I don't ever
catch-up.
play
Like, let's say you come
Battlegrounds.
into
Besides
this
that, I
next
can literally get my
fall,
guillotine.
Yeah.
and you've missed three
Deathless
Deathless
Guillotine,
champions. How are you going to
6
collect them?
really
We're
excites
looking
me.
in into opportunities for that, but I will say that expect it to be very, very, very challenging.
Yeah.
Again, the primary way to collect these pieces is the way that it's intended.
There's no
And
way
so
I'm doing
the other
Necropolis,
ways
so
of
I'm not
getting
doing
them,
Simstar.
there might be some, but they are not going to be. They're not going to be easy or they're going to cost a bunch of units. So
I did see the question, and I know we talked about it yesterday. So, are all of these pieces available indefinitely? I know some of them will go away.
So the Necropolis completion piece and the challenge objective piece are available indefinitely. The Battlegrounds piece and the Banquet piece are only available in the current Battleground season and in the Banquet event. Yeah, so some of them will be available indefinitely.
So that's what you're going to miss. Like, you have to do the Banquet one, which seems an easy way to
ready
get.
to move on.
But you have to get the victory track this week.
Why should people be excited about the Deathless champs? I saw people ask.
Yeah, so the Deathless champions themselves are designed to be basically a fun questing team. We don't believe that they're going to be meta for Battlegrounds or Alliance War. It's not that they will never be used in those modes.
I guess they'll get,
but that's not the main target for them. They're mainly designed as a questing team. And there will be future challenge objectives next year where you will require the use of Deathless champions.
I've seen the buzz around these challenge objectives, like these Karina's trials that we put out in the last month.
Feature challenges.
And people seem really excited, and I think they're cool. I think it's flexing creativity on our game team as well as providing fun content. And I know the intention for our game team is to basically put out these challenges with relatively low lift. It doesn't require the entire quest team to come together to build out a map and stuff like that. Right. So I'm really kind of excited to see what these specific challenges will be. I think it's going to be really fun for people.
And I think maybe most importantly, as we've talked about, if you collect the 4 Deathless champions over the next year here, there will be a 5th Deathless champion that we release. The only way to acquire that champion is going to be to use those 4 champions.
Hey, I know who it is.
In something. It's over a year away, so we haven't completely finalized what that is. To collect this final champion, the way that will work is if you collect all the 7 stars, you'll have access to the 7 star. If you collect all the 6 stars, you'll have access to the 6 star.
It's who we thought it was. I'll say that.
And the final Deathless champion, we're designed to be very powerful.
Yeah.
Basically to be a meta champion across the game.
Okay, so he will be a meta champion.
We did show it off at the Player Summit at Battleground Brawl. We're not going to show it off again today, but we do have a video coming probably in a bit. It's probably going to be a little bit, but hey, check out YouTube, Marvel Contest of Champions official page there, as we will have basically a really cool reveal. I saw someone asking about the narrative side of it as well.
Yes.
That's going to be included in that video, and I saw an early cut of it yesterday, and it looks very cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I saw a question in the chat. We haven't announced all 4 of the champions yet, but I am very excited for them. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. It's going to be rad. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to reveal who the leader is.
Is there anything else we need to know about Deathless Champs before we take a look at the Necropolis rewards for the first time?
I think that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say anyways. I think at some point players will obviously start to see more about the kit and that kind of stuff, but that's not my it's not my realm.
Yeah, I know we had a question from Galio Cube 101. What was the most fun about creating Deathless Champs? That's not John's bag, like he said, but when we do have Deathless Champs available, we should bring back Aiden. It's been such a long time. We'll bring back Aiden. Aiden will come and talk about the Deathless Champs, which will be really, really fun.
Yeah, I think for me, I can say that for my part in it, the most fun about this has been creating like this entirely new collection mechanism across the next year of the game. So it really gives purpose to the content that we're planning.
So you see my thumbnail.
We already have most of
You'll know
planned.
There are
and
5
seeing, where these
regular nameless
content and how we can integrate them in fun ways into the game. I'm
the
really
leader, and then you have the extra nameless character.
Okay, let's dive into Necropolis rewards here. Chat.
So
summoners,
and we know
summoners
for sure. So it's kind of like
this is
who are
the
fun. Other?
I saw these yesterday.
Who are the others?
Manage expectations. That's always the thing here. Is everyone's like, John, when I finish Necropolis, I want every 7-star.
How you doing, both sides? How you doing, John?
But you're gonna see some cool stuff here. Let's dive right in here.
Sounds good. Yeah, so in terms of the path rewards, there's so some of the stuff in this presentation summoners will already know from different pieces of information that were released at the summon, that kind of stuff. But there are 6 paths in Necropolis, and basically there are 3 different path rewards, and you get each of them twice. So you get 2 7-star hero crystals, 2 4 to 5 generic 6-star rank up gems, and 2 full 6-star ascensions as the path rewards. These paths, these rewards are in chests, so you can't see which one is on which path, but I imagine within like 2 hours of the content releasing, the community know which path they're on. And the reason we did that was actually we discovered a tech issue when we were implementing these rewards. So we actually wanted to make them visible. They're not, but like I'm sure the community will figure out very quickly.
Yeah. Also, John, after our tech rehearsal yesterday, you said, hey, can you put the other images next to the words? And I went, yes. And then, as you can see, I didn't do that. But I knew that everyone out there, that they could visualize.
Is it later
the
going to be Queen in the Castle
seven-star
picture
hero
background? No,
crystals, et cetera.
it's
So I knew that they were going to be good. Now, guys, keep in mind,
pretty
I
much
see a lot of
the-
positive
the-
buzz. Thank you for being
Deathless
excited about
are
stuff.
the name,
These are just the path rewards. These are just the path
These are
rewards,
just
you
the
guys.
path rewards.
No,
Here we
it
go.
doesn't. That's what I'm
These
saying.
are
There's
just
not
the
probably. There's
beginning.
not going to be.
Okay,
To
so
my
for
knowledge,
completion
there's not
rewards,
gonna
there's a new title,
new
the Ruler of the Necropolis.
Deathless
which is
characters
pretty
that
cool
were
title.
not
As we talked about, there's the Deathless Guillotine piece. There is the 10,000 Titan Shards. The amount of Titan
that's
Shards
why I
in
put
here
the
and in
name
Act
also in my thumbnail.
8.3 sort of reflects where the Titan Shard economy is going, in the sense that early on, after we launched the
10K
crystal, we
Titan
wanted to
Shards.
source some Titan Shards in like engagement-based stuff. And it's not to say that we'll never do that again, but our plan with Titan Shards is to
Title,
make sure they
Ruler
stay
of the
valuable over
Necropolis.
the long term. Because as
Pretty cool name.
you know, as people know, things depreciate in our game, and we want Titan Shards to
Yeah,
depreciate
the
more
Queen in the
slowly. So,
Castle. The Queen in the
let's just
Castle is
comment
Queen
on that.
Awesome,
There's a 6-star
who's
relic
actually
crystal.
How do you feel about that, Harold?
The other
up.
character is
There is a 7-star rank 1 to 2 rank up gem. And then there are 2 rewards. There is the 2 to 3 rank up
I
gem
don't know if she's the
crystal.
queen
So you'll
after
spin this
Hassan.
and you'll get a class-based
the
2 to 3 rank
Liberian
up
one?
gem. And then there are 2 7-star class crystals
Yeah.
where you pick a class. So these are effectively selectors. You will pick any class, and then you will spin a single spin crystal. They're not Nexus crystals. You'll get a champion of that class. The reason that these are crystals and not a selector is so that if you do not have a champion of every class of 7-star or one that you want to take to rank 3, open up your 2 to 3 rank up gem crystal first.
Yeah.
And then, if you're not happy with the class you get, then you
Yeah.
can use these class crystals
That's
to pick
good
a class.
because I've
and-
always
and
complained. Like
snag a
I
couple
don't
other champions
complain,
from
but
that class.
I've always felt annoyed.
This
about
is all
that,
very
where
cool.
it's
I
like
did
you're
see
kind of
someone
forced
ask,
open that
will
Nexus
it be
first,
hard?
and then the crystal
Will
after
this be
gem
difficult?
crystal.
Yes.
Very,
Absolutely.
very difficult.
Absolutely. So I
There's no way
think
I'm
it's a
doing
ton of fun.
Necropolis.
Playtesting this, I got into a flow where I like missed a meeting, and all of a sudden it was lunchtime, and I felt like I'd been playing for like 30 minutes and it'd been 3 hours. So you can get into a flow with this, but yeah, it's hard.
So we did
it's
get to play
long.
Necropolis at the summit,
This
and
is
my brother
essentially the
actually got the
follow-up to
first solo.
Abyss, is
I don't know
was
if I'd
actually pretty cool.
categorize it like that. It's similar to Abyss in its length and complexity.
Yeah.
But I personally think the design is stronger than Abyss. I think it's more interesting. I think the fights are more interesting, and yeah. So it is different. You'll see in the design
not
of the
ready for
fights
this
with
content,
what
dog. I
Kevin's
haven't even done
there
Abyss.
was a different philosophy that went into creating this content. So
And we'll talk to Kevin later this month. I do see a question from Mabphil85. Does the 7-star class crystal include the champs in the Titan crystal?
sorry, no, that just includes the base pool champs.
The base pool. Does it include the exclusive champions in the incursion/loyalty 7-star crystal? I
It
imagine
does
is the
not.
same
It just
answer.
includes the base pool.
Perfect. All right, let's move along. Boop boop.
Maestro!
That is the Maestro, which players also already know about. Do you remember when I was on stream a few months ago? I talked
true. I
about
had
new
you-
trophy
I had
champion.
you
You made
write
me
it
right on the table, and I was terrified that
That's
the
what it
people at home would
was.
be able to see it.
Okay.
This is what I wrote
Something
on the
fast.
table. So moving into Necropolis, one feedback that we've heard a lot from Abyss, and it's definitely true, is that those rewards became outdated pretty quickly. And so we wanted to include some things, especially in the completion rewards here, that would make a completion run of Necropolis more relevant.
This is
for
just
longer.
completion.
This is just
Yeah.
completion.
Wow.
And so for the completion run, you will get a
It
6-star
seems like
Meister
completion,
Trophy
6-star, and then
champion.
exploration,
Trophy
7-star.
champion, yes. Absolutely meta defender. No question. Following up on Jessica Jones, probably even a harder defender than Jessica Jones. So this will make the rewards valuable.
People were like, "Oh, he's
for a
gonna
long time, but
suck.
there is
He's gonna
something else. I was
suck."
very
And I was
happy
like,
this
I
wasn't
don't know,
spoiled
dog.
in the
If they're
teaser
designing
video
him to
we
be a
showed,
like a
because
badass
it's something
defender,
that
he's
we
gonna
haven't
suck.
done in a long time. And it is, let's see if, I'm going to quiz chat, okay? Chat, what is something in our game that
Oh, God, I
does
forgot.
not depreciate over time and is not a currency?
This is so much
Can
stress.
anyone guess what it is?
Mike, how do
He's cosmic.
you- Mike
He
feels
is
good.
cosmic.
Mike's got a thumbs up.
He's not
Real
universal
estate.
class or superiority. I did.
I don't know who said it. It flew by too quick.
I saw a couple people guess it.
Did they? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen some.
So there is, in the completion rewards for Necropolis, forever, a new mastery point.
There you go.
And the idea here is that because this mastery point is here, it means that no matter how far our game goes, no matter how far the power in our game goes, it will always be worth doing a completion run of the Necropolis.
To get back,
And
to
let
get
me
past-
say
yeah, man.
on this point, Nobody come at me about Masteries 2.0 or Mastery presets. Are things working behind the scenes? Maybe. But don't yell at me about it. I wasn't even in the company when we talked about those things. And, you know, you got a new mastery point. What more could you ask for? No, like, well, you know, things are still happening, but that's all we can really say at all. So just, hey, don't yell at me. That's it. This was one that I was really nervous about, but I think people seem pretty excited about this.
Yeah, it's one of those things that there's going to be a certain group of summoners that are very, very excited about it. Yeah, it's the first time we've done this, like I said, in a long, long time. Not promising we will ever do it again, but the balance team approved a single mastery point. So
a single mastery.
I wish I was a fly on the wall in the meeting where you were just like, we want a mastery point, and they're like, no, and you're like, just one.
Just one. Can we get at least
and
one?
Forth for that, which I think is great. All right, ready to move on?
Yep.
Cool.
Exploration.
Did I go too far?
No, I think this is
okay.
right.
Is this the one?
Yeah.
My
Okay,
mouse
profile
stopped
I think
messing.
this is good.
Okay, so
exploration
interesting.
reward. So there's a profile picture. There are 3 6-star relic crystals. There is a 7-star Titan crystal, and there are the 7-star rank 1 to 2 rank up gem, and then the generic 7-star rank 2 to 3 rank up gem, which again summoners already know about this. So that's obviously the main prize. But there are a few other things as well.
There's more?
There's more.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
Have we given away a rank 2 to 3 rank up gem for 7 stars?
There is one person in the world
Who could it be?
who has one, and yeah, his name is Fintech.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
And
We
again,
love Fintech.
congratulations, Fintech. Thank you for putting on such a show. I haven't had a chance to say that. And to all the competitors, I had an absolute blast. Everyone had an absolute blast. The competition was so tight. The first day,
was
our
awesome.
quarterfinals, all 4 matches went to the maximum number of games.
There wasn't a
Those are
boring
Two to 3,
matchup.
they all went to 3,
single one.
and all the matches on the second day were fantastic as
Yeah.
well. So congrats, Fintech. You earned it.
All right.
Hope to see you next year.
Oh, absolutely.
There you
There
go.
is the
Maestro.
7-star Maestro in the
Nice.
exploration rewards.
I did see one person guess this. I saw some people were like, no 7-star? And then one person was like, it's an exploration reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an exploration reward, so this will mean
Well, actually,
exploration
they
is
told us,
valuable
you
for
know.
like
The
probably the
summon.
next 5 years.
MCOC 15-year anniversary.
Yeah. And there's one more thing in here that I think is really fun.
Do you want me to press the button?
Let's do it.
Oh, but there's still more.
There is a 7-star launch pool selector.
Pick any. Shout out to Cat Murdoch _art on
That's
Twitter,
okay.
the artist formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, thank you, Kat, for the graphic. So there is a selector where you will be able to pick any one of these 36 champions when you finish the Necropolis. Almost everybody is still chasing a white whale in here. I certainly know I am.
Who do you want?
If I pick today, I would pick Shuri.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to take me a
Shuri
long
was
time
my
to explore this content, I think. So.
I think it's going to take a lot of
No,
people
Domino
a long
was my
time. This
first
is difficult
time
content, folks. A lot of
I had
so it's
more
the same with
Domino than
Deathless,
Shuri.
with the Deathless champs. It's the same here.
Yeah.
These
I
are
want Titania.
difficult
I want
pieces of
Titania.
content. We're excited that you're pumped up about this. Love that.
Yeah, I have
There's nothing
Gamora.
more, nothing I like more than putting
I
out
have
information and content and stuff that you guys get fired up for.
Terax. Shuri.
It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy.
It's going to be hard, especially to explore this
What do I
content.
have? What the hell?
It's
Vox?
going to be hard. There are some really awesome but challenging fights on the paths.
Guardian, that's
and
right.
then you're
I was
also
like,
going
what's
to
the
have to
other guy I
defeat
have?
the
Yeah, Guardian. Guardian and
Necropolis Grandmaster 6 times. So
I see IOEOE. That's the official screen. Lots of I's and O's in there. Says, hey, when's the release date? Oh, we'll come back to that. I thought it was the next
King
slide.
of
I
the
thought I was
Dead.
setting it up beautifully. Hold on,
Interesting,
IOEOE.
yeah. So
We'll
King
come
of the
back to
Dead
it.
is.
and finally,
title.
some vanity rewards, some cosmetic rewards for the first few who explore this content. So the first one summoner to explore the content will receive the unique title King of the Dead, which is pretty sick,
It
I
is
have to say.
badass.
And the top 10, the first 10 to explore will receive the Mythic badge. There is a note here that if you want to compete for these first 10 rewards, you have to have a valid email address attached to your account so we can get in touch with you.
Nice.
You have to record your runs and you need to upload them to YouTube or another streaming service so we can watch them to make sure you're not cheating.
Exactly. Cheat detection. And we just put out another message that you wrote and then Mike edited and posted this morning about cheat detection, especially in Abyss-style content, and how we've just banned a couple thousand people. So it is something that we're
they're always
continuing
banning
to
people.
expand,
Like,
and I
people say
really
they're
enjoy
not.
seeing those updates and how We do one a month update on cheaters, anti-cheat stuff, and it's not just, hey, we banned X amount of people. It's we banned X amount of people, and we strengthened this, and we're looking at this. So I think we've been really developing really well there, and we're keeping an eye on you cheaters out there.
Yeah, and we are committed to continuing to do that moving forward.
Yeah. So I think this is rad. I think this is an important thing.
So King of that obviously
very excited. I think it's also going to be really rad that
Nameless.
We see
the Deathstone.
We have video footage forever.
And then Maestro being technically dead. He's technically dead. Awesome. And we're getting him as a playable champion. It's interesting.
Look at this.
Ooh, look at that.
You have what it takes.
Look at that. Look at that.
Cool. I'm laughing because I don't know if I do.
I don't.
We're going to find out.
I don't. Will my new 7-star carry me all the way through? My single 7-star, will it get it done?
It will not.
Guys, I got my first R4. It took me a long time to make that choice, but I picked Spider-Ham, and I don't regret it. I don't regret a thing. Cool. Now, let me try it now. IOI asks when this content will be live, and get hyped for Necropolis as it's launching November 15th at 10 a.m. PT-ish. And we will be having a launch day stream November 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We'll go for 60 minutes. We finish the stream, you go play the game. And we'll be giving away 100,000 units on that stream.
To one person?
Not to one person.
Oh my God.
We're going to give away 10 stashes of 10,000 units, everybody.
That was your idea.
It was your idea.
I don't remember having that idea.
So come and hang out for that stream. It's going to be very fun. We're going to talk to Kevin, who I think was one of our first ever guests.
Yeah.
Was he our first guest ever?
I don't remember.
I think he might have been. And then we're going to talk to Stuart, who designed the final boss fight, which I think is going to be really, really fun. We're going to have some very, very, very cool conversations.
It's weird because I know a lot of the Kabam
Is there anything
devs,
else we need to know
but
about
only by the
Necropolis before we move on
Kabam
to the
name.
next
So when they say
potentially
the real
traumatizing
names,
portion of this?
I don't have anything else to say about it. There's a lot more that people need to know about Necropolis, but we're not going to share any of that.
That's true. This is just meant to be your first look. Mostly we wanted to talk about the rewards, because the rewards play very importantly into our next segment here.
Next progression title.
Unit stream. Following up on Paragon. Paragon, more like Paragon, am I right?
Paragon.
Thanks, I'm glad that we got that one. I'm so nervous. Okay. Here it is. Welcome to Valiant.
Okay. Interesting.
That's the name.
That is the name.
It's a strong name.
I love the name.
Did you pick the name?
I did not pick the name. Our lore and narrative people did.
Yeah.
I contributed to it and to the discussion about it, but yeah, they picked it. They killed it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there are lots of words that mean courageous and awesome.
Yeah.
So we haven't run out of titles yet, and we have a few.
Okay, with the name, it's not
the next
as
few as
cool.
well. Should we need them?
Yeah, which is rad. Fenton, if you were to name the next progression tier, what would you name it? Fintech was the answer, which is actually pretty great. All right, let's take a look at Valiant. Valiant. How do I become a Valiant, and when can I do it?
So it is launching alongside Necropolis on the 15th, and the requirements are to complete 8.3 and have 2 rank 3 7-star champions. The community had pretty much been honing in on this already, so I don't think there's too much of a surprise here.
Saw a lot of people suggest or try to predict that it would be Explore Act 8.3, and I saw people suggest 3 rank 3 7-star champions.
Yeah, I think 2 is the right number, because that means on day 1, anybody who explores Necropolis will have everything they need to become Valiant, which is great.
Yeah, Valiant. The new
I also
title.
think it's really cool that Fintech, with his head start, will probably be our first Valiant.
I think that that's almost poetic.
Yeah, I
think that's beautiful.
think that's wonderful.
So how what
I have not
acquisition methods do you see?
8.3. I heard
Yeah,
it's
so there are a
pretty
couple
easy.
things with the launch of Paragon that we wanted to do a little bit differently here. That I thought we could improve on. One was that we could be clearer about the road to the progression, how we expect players to get there. And
with Paragon, there was a little confusion,
there was some confusion,
a little uncertainty.
For sure. Yeah, and so we're going to do that now, and then after that, we're going to talk about how to articulate the value of why you should try to become
Only
Valiant.
2 rank 3 7-star
as we mentioned,
yeah.
as the community has already figured out,
two rank 3,
to become
which I don't
Valiant
have.
before
I don't even have a
December,
rank 2
you can
7-star
explore
yet.
Necropolis, or you can complete the Necropolis and secure 1 rank 3 on Cyber Week.
Yeah.
I want to be clear to set expectations. I'm going to look directly in the camera while I say this.
Right down the barrel of the gun, baby.
There is only 1 rank 3 available in the Cyber Week offers. Technically, there's a little bit more tier 4 alpha than you need for 1 because of the web store bundles. But for all intents and purposes, there is 1. So if you want to become Valiant before Christmas time, you have to complete the Necropolis.
Yeah.
And then you need to either explore it or you can secure 1 in the Cyber Week offers.
I think it's important that we have that limitation as well. It's conversations I've had with Mike and other people internally.
I think it's kind of
we
to keep
don't
the
want
game
people
from
to
progressing
just
too
spend
fast.
and
I
run
think, like,
away
with
from
Paragon,
the pack,
it's
right?
like
Just
everyone
escape and be
became
Valiant.
Paragon
But then,
pretty
like, a
fast.
massive head start. We are.
So I think
it is always
they're trying to,
and a
like-
very important balance in our game to be able to kind of allow people to stay competitive the entirety of it.
Once I mastered
I
your
see
mama
questions
fight,
in the chat.
I
If
believe
you
it would
want
be
to
fine
secure
for
enough tier
Act
4 alpha for a full
Act
rank
8
3 on
is-
Cyber Weekend, you will have to spend both
Yeah, it's
cash
pretty
and
easy.
units
Act 7 is
for
pretty
the-
easy
that.
too.
in the offers.
To be honest, I didn't
But
really use
if
barely
that's
any
not your cup
units
of
for
tea,
Act
by
7.
spring 2024,
You'll
because
be
that is
fine.
indeed next
It's just
year,
Act 6 is a pain.
well,
You just need the
there's
right
other
counter.
ways.
Yeah, so if you want to try to become Valiant sort of in the next 6 months, there are a couple other valuable
which will
paths
be me.
here. One is to complete Necropolis and then explore Act 8. We don't know exactly the form of the rank 3 that will be in Act 8 exploration yet, but we are committing to there being 1 full
got a
rank
beta
3
for Act
in Act 8
8.4,
exploration. Or you can explore Act 8 and utilize offers to secure another
that's
one.
obviously- they're
I
saying
want to
spring
make it clear
because
here,
I don't know if that's
I'm
like
not saying that
confirming
these
that's
are
when Act
literally the
8.4 comes
only
out,
paths to Valiant in the next 6 months, but I'm going to say 95% plus of summoners who achieve Valiant in the next 6 months will take 1 of these 4 paths.
Sorry, I'm laughing at J Diesel 1017 who says Andrew the Rough's biceps are already Valiant.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. You're trying to be really serious
That's
here. Go ahead.
That's okay. So yeah, I wanted to mention that, like, these are the main paths, and I know we don't really have time to get into this today, but I know that a lot of summoners have felt we're moving quite quickly with 7-star progression.
Yeah.
And again, I do want to talk in detail about that more at some point, but I will say now our plan is to slow down a little bit. So you're not going to see tier 4
definitely-
alpha sort of spread across the game as fast as tier 6 class catalyst did. We are planning on slowing down a little bit. So in terms of rewards, for the most part, Necropolis and Act 8 exploration are going to be the main source of tier 4 alpha. I'm not saying there won't be a little bit in, high ranked rewards for Alliance War and that kind of thing, but for most people, that's kind of like the first source of rank 3s, and that's going to remain the case for the next 6 months or so.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move along. I know Mike wants us to get to a point, and I think we actually have it on the next slide.
We are now talking about the perks. So why should you push towards
Why
Valiant?
should you be Valiant?
Yeah, so there's new logging crystals. I'm not sure if the web store daily logging crystal is going to be upgraded on day 1, but we are working to do that as soon as possible. And if it's not day 1, it should be soon thereafter.
Other exclusive
There's a
content,
logging calendar.
exclusive challenge
There is a
objectives,
special
as far as that.
Valiant holiday
Glory Star
gift.
update.
So
Oh,
if you
nice.
want this gift at Christmas time, you need to either
Damn, there's no way
explore
I'm doing that.
Necropolis
That
or
kinda
complete
sucks.
Necropolis and secure 1 in the Cyber Week offers. There is a Glory
the
Store
Paragon
update
one
coming
last time.
early 2024. This will be an update for everyone, but the Valiant Glory Store will obviously be better than the others. There will be exclusive challenge
Like
content.
there are a variety of ways to achieve this.
Exclusive
Yeah. I like
challenge
that too.
objectives
And I like they're
and content
explaining it because,
at
like,
the
for
start of
sure with
next year as
Paragon, I
well.
was like, I don't like any of the way.
Sorry, I'm just
these other people
reading.
are
I'm
doing it.
reading chat. To follow up on Mike's comment here, let's clarify. There are some bonuses during Cyber Week for Valiant, but the majority is shared with Paragon as well. Again,
right.
trying to maintain that gap and not let people
I
run
was going
away
to talk
with
about
it.
that on
I don't
the
think they're
next
going to make
slide.
a
is
gap off the
Yeah.
jump.
Oh yeah, it was on the next slide. That's my bad.
Oh, 7-star sigil
Yeah, so in
witch.
terms
Wow.
of on the offer side, there will be a daily
Paragon will
deals
be able to get
upgrade
7-star
quite
sigil
soon.
witch, that's
There'll be a preview bundle upgrade. I believe that's coming very soon. And then there will be a few Cyber Week offers. And what I mean by that is there will be 2
Interesting. So I
limit 1
definitely
offers for
a sigil
Valiant players. There'll
event
be
is what
1
they're
cash
saying.
offer
Upgraded
and 1
sigil
unit
event.
offer. The vast majority of offers
that
that
mean?
players see will be the same as Paragon, but we
Seven-star
did want to create a couple very special offers for those first few Valiant
I've
players
saved my
who
tokens
really
for
strive
something
for
new.
it as quickly as possible. I should say that these are special. They are not, an indication of what sale offers for Valiant is going to look like moving forward. They are quite good. They do not, however, have more rank 3 materials because, again, this whole thing that we want to slow down with rank 3, but they have some other really awesome stuff in it. So yeah, my goal is to try to become Valiant before the end of Cyber Week. We'll see if that's possible or not. And then the upgraded sigil event, there will be a 7-star Sigil Witch acquisition. So we're basically creating a new Sigil Witch token. Paragon players will get some of them, but Valiant players will get more of them, progressing towards ownership of.
So you can't even use the old tokens. You gotta get a new
Perks
token.
to Valiant, everybody. I'll see you there in 3 to 5 years. Easy peasy. All right, moving straight. Oh, right. I forgot that we had this slide.
Yeah, because we spoiled the stream. The community already beat us to a bunch of.
We tried to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
We knew it would be coming. We knew there would be all of this hubbub and kerfuffles.
I made this 2 weeks ago, just so you know. I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
that's what interests
The thing that I
me
like
as
about
well.
this is that
If they're
Thronebreaker
gonna
sitting
upgrade
on a little
Sigil
throne
to
there.
be-
I think it's very appropriate.
It's beautiful. And also,
Her Trophy Champ to be updated.
You guys, hey,
We gonna
I'm a
get
Thronebreaker. I would
Unstoppable,
never
we
let
gonna
them
get
ignore Thronebreakers.
Punish. Well,
I
is Punisher
need
something?
attention.
He's not, right?
Was that it?
You know what I
We
mean?
crushed it.
Iron Fist?
We crushed it.
Okay, that's it.
think they
I
did
did have one more little
Fist,
tease I wanted to mention to
yep,
players
yep.
before we leave. You can kill the slideshow.
Go big on us, Rob.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so there are some more champions coming to 7 stars in the next 3 months.
Okay.
We are going to continue with the interesting acquisition methods. I'm not going to say more about it and how it's going to work.
I like that.
But I did want to mention to summoners that Shocker and Sandman are both going to be coming as 7 stars relatively soon. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this now was because I know that their rebalances are going live, and I didn't want us to be accused of like pulling a bait and switch and wait until everyone had ranked up their 6 stars and then releasing the 7 stars. So
Yeah, that's cool.
here's warning in advance: 7-star Shocker, 7-star Sandman coming to the game. Obviously, collecting a 7-star is one thing, awakening them and sigging them up is another. So I anticipate probably a lot of people will still rank up their 6 stars because of how important sig is. But yeah, just wanted to give everyone a heads up on that.
Good guy,
Cool.
John,
I like
just
it.
getting ahead of it, really doing the work
So
for the people.
we know when.
It's that time, guys. It's giveaway time.
Ooh, good
Excuse me. If you're watching anywhere that's not twitch.tv/kabam, you're not here for the giveaway. You're doing it wrong. Please head over to twitch.tv.
You'll have to explain that.
/kabam,
What do you mean about Cavalier?
and make sure that you have an account, that you're signed into said account, and we'll let you know in just a moment here exactly how to enter. Again, we are giving away 1 7-star Kushala and 5 6-star Kushalas.
I want a Kushala.
Welcome back to the set. The Relic Ranger himself, Harold's here to give away a 7-star Kushala, which is fantastic. Are you excited to?
The whole time John was talking, this is all I could think
We're
about.
just like, oh, give it to me.
Damn
Give it to
robot.
me.
Actually, can I say one thing first before
You
we
can
move on?
absolutely.
I want to give more credit to John. You guys talked about anti-cheat a little bit. You mentioned it, right? Huge wins there for us. John was spearheaded the whole thing.
And you also see the Battle Room medals. They didn't
I just
really
wanna give
show
some
that on
props.
stream, but the runner-ups also got medals.
Live studio
I don't know if anyone
audience
saw
here,
that.
everybody. Great work, John and team.
Slays Gods
I
also
appreciate
part
you
of
all.
it.
All right,
Here too.
everybody, settle down. I haven't told you how to enter yet. Again, if you're watching anywhere that's not twitch.tv/kabam, it's not going to work for you, okay? Head to twitch.tv/kabam. Make an account. It takes 2 seconds. You're going to want it if we ever
Especially
get
the
into a
Barrack
situation where we're
slide.
making drops
Oh, yeah.
anyways.
So we know where
head on
Cavalier
over
is.
here. We also want to see the
funny.
Twitch follower count go way up so we can keep making these streams better.
Yeah, man,
We
gotta
have
get
this
numbers.
awesome studio because you guys keep coming to hang out at them, and we can make that case. Rob, go to the super wide.
Whoa, where's that? Where's that?
Look at
Look at
that.
this awesome studio. Look at
There's
this
Rob.
switcher board. There's 9 monitors that
wine
Rob's
shirt.
looking at right now. Robin Fenton back there. We got the whole gang. We're loving it. All right, let's do this. So for you to enter the giveaway, please type ! Me please. Now again, everybody gets 1 entry. Everybody gets 1 entry. If you do not see Streamlabs tell you you have an entry, you likely do. We just overload the system sometimes, and they have a little bit of a tough time. Everybody gets 1. Again, only here on twitch.tv/kabam. We'll give you guys about 5 minutes to enter as much as you possibly can, and then we will be drawing our winners. And it's about that time in the show. Oh, hold on. Irrelevant viewer, I feel like I've seen you before. Have you won? Anyhow, you were the first
that's
one into our raffle. Our entries are already around 800. Keep it up. But now it is time for that shameless self-promotion. So, hey, everybody, my name's Jax. You can call me Jax. That would be great. I love hanging out with you guys all here. I love this group that we work with, but this is not the only time that I get to be in front of a camera with a lovely community. So if you wanted to hang out with me a little bit more, head over to twitch.tv/flanneljax. Most importantly, tomorrow I will be doing a charity stream.
Yeah.
I'll be live for 10, maybe 12 hours. We're going to play the entirety of a narrative horror game that I love. But we are raising money through Extra Life for their Game Day, which is an organization that puts content creators and local children's hospitals together to raise money and funds.
Yeah, you just got to
for
put
those
exclamation
hospitals.
point
So any
me, please,
proceeds
in the Twitch chat.
from that charity stream will be going straight to BC Children's Hospital. This is a cause that means a lot to me personally. We've done this stream 3 years in a row. We've seen the positive impact. We've talked to people in our community who have had experiences with children's hospitals themselves. It's very, very important. We are striking distance from $10,000 lifetime raise. So again, all of the money goes towards a fantastic cause. You can check out all that info again tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/flanneljax. And that's enough for me. Harold, anything you want to promote?
No, what he said.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Watch Jax.
Thank you. Our entries here are a little over 1,600. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. Exclamation point, me please, to get yourself. Again, also not the quotation marks. Those are just to clarify for you guys. Don't use the quotation marks. Type exclamation point, me please. It's always fun to me to see first-time chatters who are just here for the giveaways. Sneaky sneaks. But hey, we know what people want, and I hope that you guys elect to stick around. These streams are super fun. We want to keep doing more and more ridiculous things, and now that Battle Realm Brawl is out of the way, I feel like we're going to be able to kind of hype up our streams a little bit. We've got some fun plans as we head into the end of the year. Again, Necropolis stream.
I might do this. I want to show up on
100,000 unit giveaway. Again,
obviously, a couple of my friends
10.
have
John's getting nervous back there.
Xander
10 times 10.
10 times 10.
I'm really excited for that. We've also talked about just some really silly ideas. Some really silly ideas.
Like what?
Well, my number one, and it's a big lift. Like, it's a lot of work. But I would love to see an internal Kabam tournament, Battlegrounds tournament, but we hype it up like professional wrestling. Everyone has a character and a persona. Yep, absolutely. Okay. They come in costume. We get them intro music. There's trash talk ahead of time. There's rivalries. Oh my goodness.
And then just the worst gameplay you've ever seen.
And then just terrible gameplay. I did talk about it because realistically, if we were to do this, I would just be the host. I would MC it. But I did talk about playing and basically giving my account to FinTech, but not telling whoever I'm playing against, and just let FinTech destroy them as I just sit here like diabolical. But I wouldn't do that.
No, because that's piloting. You can't.
That's piloting.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
Don't let them know. Don't do that. Don't. Ready? Together. Watch. Don't do that. Don't. Oh wait, it was that camera.
Was it? Oh, come on, guys.
Do it again with me. Ready?
On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Don't do that. That's good. What do we got on the timer here? Just under 5 minutes. We have 2,200 entries.
Holy.
I know.
Huh.
I know.
We had like 4,000 people on stream. What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing? You're just hanging out. I really appreciate you all being here. Genuinely.
When you show up, it's not letting me.
One of my favorite things to do. But like,
you have to be signed
into
me
such
a
a solid by giving me
and
excitement for hanging out with you.
And then type
do yourself
exclamation
a solid.
point
Exclamation point me please in chat and try and get yourself some free stuff.
It's not
and
in my
fun.
chat.
Like,
in their Twitch
we've given away hard merchandise, and we can only send that to some people, right? We can only ship that in North America. But this stuff.
I'm ready for another narrative roadmap thing to get. Yeah, so they haven't talked about it, but it's definitely compared to last year.
Who has banned accounts?
We don't know
December.
who he hasn't banned.
So
it's true.
I'm
John
sure they'll
is
do They'll get Tyler,
intimately aware of every account and whether or not they have a ban history.
I think is what's
all right, we're gonna wrap it up, you guys. This is NCAA fans in here, first time chatter. You guys are doing it. You're getting the message. Victor Esno's getting the message. Again, first-time chatters coming in here. Great to see you all. My name's Jax. This is my friend, the Relic Ranger Harold. And hopefully you guys elect to stick around or come back for another live stream. We're doing a really fun one on November 15th, so come and hang out for that, everybody. All right, we're just over 5 minutes here. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. Mostly because I want to see this entry up over 2,500. And then we're going to close entries, and we're going to read off the winners, and we're all going to celebrate together, even if we didn't win, because that, sportsmanship. right?
No.
What is it? How would you describe it?
I would not celebrate. I'd be mad.
You'd be mad
I'd very
at the people
jealous.
who did win.
A 7-star Kushala?
It's pretty unreal.
Rad.
What time?
And also,
the
look how cool
Necropolis
Chioth
comes
looks.
out November
team don't
15th.
miss.
So what is
Our
it?
team don't miss.
Third?
My favorite thing
Yeah.
about Chioth, and also
12
we've
days
talked
from
about Chioth a lot in the last couple months because it's a very, very important step. The tattoos designed by First Nations artists, and like there's a whole breakdown of like the meaning behind them and stuff. It's very powerful.
Do we have the video that Justin, is it posted on our YouTube?
I believe it's already out on our YouTube. No, it goes out in a couple weeks, right?
It'll go out in the next few days.
It'll go out in the next few days. You guys should watch that. Is it the extended cut?
Yeah.
So we've shown off like a 2-minute video about the creation of Kushala, or sorry, of Chioth and the behind the scenes and why it's important, etc. But we have an extended cut that'll go live on our YouTube again. Check out all our social media stuff. You're gonna need like the Twitter. I'm not gonna stop calling that Twitter, Instagram, Facebook for those Amazon.
I hate the way they
Amazon Prime Gaming
some more
links
hex
to
images
get that
with
free
each
stuff
class.
twice a month.
Necropolis
You're gonna
comes
need
out
the YouTube for the
November
deep dives this
15th.
weekend, and for any
12
cool
days
stuff
from now.
about our champions mostly coming up. All right, let's close it out here. We are done.
I guess I'll
Closed.
just type
Total entries 2,683. We are
more
going to
hex
pick a
images
winner.
class.
Again, Harold is here because he said, I want to give away
do you mean by- what do
something
you mean
that's not a
by
relic.
hex images with each
So
class?
you, fine sir, are going to be calling out the winner, the
on, come on.
champion of this 7-star
Look at the stat
Kushala.
badge.
Are you ready?
I'm
My
open jacks.
PayPal's open. Let's go.
Open jacks.
Accepts bribes.
Yeah.
Also, very important to note, and we've said this before,
Anyway.
if you have an inappropriate screen name that I do not feel comfortable
I already did
reading
win a
on the
7-star
stream,
box, so
you lose.
I'm not
And that's how that
gonna be
goes.
too
Read
greedy.
it,
I'm gonna
just
be
in
okay.
case.
Yeah, well, I think I trust your instincts, but if you're uncertain, just look at me like this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? All right, here we go. Number one, the winner of the grand prize, the 7-star Kushala, is...
Come on.
Relic man. No, it's not. I can't. How do you?
Just do your best.
Aditya Aru?
Yeah.
Aditya Aru?
Yeah?
Yeah?
That seems like it to me. Congratulations.
Close enough.
If you're in chat, please let us know. We can see your messages.
Kushala. Congratulations.
Does anyone else want to take a stab at how they would pronounce this?
Nope.
Aditya Aru.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
There we go.
Pretty good.
Maybe. Congratulations. Yes, I am.
There
Love
we
to
go.
see it. Congrats. We are proud. Again, we will be reaching out in the next. Probably today, I'll reach out to the winners.
Nice.
You have 48 hours to respond
I'm
before
not
that
like- I'm not
chat
a super fan of-
disappears.
like,
Please
I'm not,
respond in
like,
that time. But then,
the greatest
please give
Jocelyn
me
fan
about a
ever,
week
but I just
to
really
next
like her for
Friday,
her run.
and we should have your characters, your champs to you
Sorcerer
in that
Supremes
account
is a really
by
good
that
time.
time. So that's the timeline.
Remember when they
Again,
post on Twitter
I'll send the
in February,
messages.
I had
You have
the question
48
marks.
hours to respond, and then give me a
Oh,
week
you
to
meant
get to your
the
account.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
6
that's what you
stars.
meant.
Harold, you ready?
Yep,
The state of the
ready.
battle round map. Sorry.
All right. First one?
Yep, right here.
Black_Crow 9606.
Nice.
Congratulations.
6
Yeah.
stars.
Well, filling the map.
All right.
go.
Keep it going.
We still have like up to February of next year, so I don't know if we'll get a new map
X-
in December, but
X-
I would hope so.
What? Toxic.
If not, January
get in
1st is
contact
usually
with
when
you.
they
We'll
do it.
DM
Or sorry,
you.
yeah, January 1st.
Sobitoxy, right?
Spell it. Zabatoxy is
Sobitoxy.
Zabatoxy is pretty good.
Zabatoxy.
That's a good guess.
Right?
I'm loving this.
Close
That
enough.
I deal with this every time, and now I'm watching
This
you
is
deal with
hard.
it. It's good.
This
Go
is- I
ahead.
appreciate
This
you.
one's good.
So glad we stopped.
Yeah.
Thanks, John. Adam OS
Yeah.
CZE_.
Sure.
Yeah. Congratulations, big guy.
Well done. Proud of you.
Let's go.
2 more.
Oh, Badaz 29.
I would say Bades, but
Badaz?
congratulations all the same. And
Yeah.
our last winner of a 6-star Kushala coming to you next week is
Pepe Nerdo. I like
Pepe
that one.
Nerdo.
Pepe Nerdo. Is that Pepe?
Oh, there we
our
go.
good buddy
Congratulations to all of our winners. And hey, everybody who didn't win, I hope you guys had a good time hanging
had a
out
good time.
here.
It was a good stream.
Hanging with us. Better luck next time. We're going to be doing, like I said, there'll be 10 winners of 10.
100,000. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Units?
10 winners of 10,000 units.
Yep.
Totaling 100,000.
100,000.
That's insane, dude.
A lot of
Giveaway.
units.
Dude, I could
That's
do
a
so
lot
much
of
with
units. So
10,000
that's going to be
units.
November 15th, which isn't a Friday. So we are changing up the cadence a little bit.
Well, when is
Stay
November
tuned for
15th?
some more
It's a Wednesday,
details
right?
about that. I do want to mention one more thing
it's a
about the
Wednesday.
charity stream. If at any
So I'll
point
be
in
in
time you're
class
like,
November-
Jax's hair
Actually,
is
when do
out
I
of
have to take
control.
class?
I haven't gotten a cut in a while because if we raise a certain amount of money for the children's hospital, gone.
Can I do it?
if you want to come to my apartment tomorrow, you can absolutely do it. So if you guys see me on the 15th and I have a buzz cut, it means we raised a fantastic amount of money for a wonderful organization.
Oh my God,
so
November 15th is my last day.
A massive shout out to John, to
That's
Harold,
crazy.
to Mike,
Yeah, so I'll
Finton
definitely
and
be
Rob
in-
working behind the scenes there. We
Yeah,
appreciate everybody
definitely
who's
be
made this
class.
possible. Thank you to the mods for keeping the chat fun and flowing. We appreciate you. Again, let's say it now. If you are not
I'll have
watching
to talk to
this
you about the State of the Battleground map
stream
because I
live,
think
you
we should
can't
talk about it
you
pretty
can't
soon.
enter the giveaway.
And like I said,
see it
'cause only fills
occasionally
until
where
next
like an hour from now I'll hop in to look at the video.
Now that we
and people
know
are still trying to
November,
enter.
we obviously
you
know
missed
November,
it, and I'm
we know
sorry,
December.
but I love you
we
anyways.
can kind of
okay?
theorize the last
We'll be
four
back
spots.
on November 15th.
And it looks like
That will
Trophy
be
Champs
at
are not
9
on
a.m.
there.
Our
So we don't have
Necropolis
to talk
deep
about the
dive
Deathless
celebration. It's going to be a
or
lot of fun.
Maestro,
Anything
so
you want to say before we
it's really
go?
interesting.
Nope, super exciting.
Because we
Can't
still
wait
have
for
the
the next
mutant
one.
spot.
Thank you so much,
We still
Relic
have the
Ranger. We
tech spot.
appreciate you.
Or 2 tech spots.
Everybody, have a great weekend. Stay safe out there.
and
And
then a
until I
skill
see you
spot.
again, please have fun and play nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then another spot. I'm forgetting which one it was. Was it Mystic? I think it was Mystic, actually. Oh, I feel like I need the image to throw up. Let's just do this one. All right, that's the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed that stream. I always like to do these like live reveals, reaction videos, just because they're pretty cool. And yeah, you know, you can kind of like assume like the nameless, deathless, like having a connection. So obviously we do have Guillotine here. We don't know the others, except for the leader, but I won't talk about that. But yeah, like it's like if we do Guillotine, right? Because we have Scarlet Witch, we have Hyperion, we have King Gru, we have Vision. You're like, well, that's 2 Mystics and 2 Cosmics, and we have a confirmed Mystic for the first one. So it's interesting that I feel like they're gonna do King Gru just because how badass he looks. I feel like they're gonna do Vision because he is a tech, and Kabam have talked about on on my podcast and before, like they want to ramp up tech because tech is being left behind. Now it's between Scarlet Witch and Hyperion, you know what I mean? Like, what are they going to do for that? Are they going to choose Hyperion? But he's a 7-star now. Like, I just don't know if they'll do Hyperion. I feel like they're going to do Scarlet Witch. But then again, we have Sigil Witch, so it's very interesting. I imagine they won't do it. Yeah, exactly. He's a 7-star, so I feel... But the interesting is like, he's a 7-star, right? He just got released not too long... Or is released? I don't know. Whatever. He's in the Titan, right? Or was in the Titan? I don't know. But yeah, so I definitely agree. I don't think Hyperion as well. But it's Scarlet Witch though. Like they're gonna take the original kits and then modify them in a direction to be more quest friendly and be more synergy, like have a fun questing team. So they could do Scarlet Witch and then just go into like an interesting direction with her. So I'm curious on that one. Like, I really am curious on that one. We're going to have 3. I think they're going to do Vision. I just have a feeling with the tech, them wanting to help out tech class. And that'll be three Visions, right? And then technically this will be, if we do Scarlet Witch, that'll be the 4th Scarlet Witch. One of them's not playable. And then one of them, yeah. Like, it's weird because, like, do I count them as, like, Deathless and Nameless? Do I count them as the same character? Even though they're just updated? But, yeah. So I'm waiting for this video. I think I'm going to stick around and be live because they said they're going to do a Deathless video, right? Like they said they're going to release a video in a few moments. So I don't know, should we stick around and wait for this to drop? It's already 12:42. So I think I'm going to wait until 1 p.m. Which is 18 minutes, so you could, if you want to stick around you can. If you don't, it's okay. But like I want to see, because they're talking about the narrative. Oh, and King of the Dead is actually a title in the game. Okay, it did sound familiar. So if you remember the Rise of the Black Panther event, which is the Killmonger event, that was the title of that month for fully exploring it. But it's actually interesting. Okay. I won't mind Deathless Witch. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be Deathless. Like I don't. I mean, they could do Hyperion and just go completely different direction, because it just seems like they're taking the kits and then just modifying them into a different direction. So, not to be so meta dependent. So they could just do Hyperion and just make a different kit for him. And obviously Crash wearing the Zemo shirt. I don't know if like anyone saw like the Twitter Discord being like, people are waking up their Zemo. People must have insider information. That's pretty funny. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna wait until 1 p.m. My time, which by it's 12:44. But yeah, man, like, what are we gonna do? I wanna see. So they did post something just a few minutes ago talking about Happy November. Are you ready to spelunk in the dark catacombs? So it's just the rewards for the side quest. And they said the side quest crystal has Nick Fury, Domino, Zordman, Kingpin, Mole-Man, Red Guardian, Kindred, Hitmonkey, Dr. Voodoo, Proxima Midnight, Gambit, Toad, Vulture Hood, 2099, Spider-Man, King Groot, Black Widow, Dragon Man, Super Skrull, Old Man Logan, Howard, Joe Fixie, Black Cat, Scorpion, Deadpool X-Force, Yondu, Red Skull, Age of Venom, Loki, Captain America, World War II, and Rhino. And obviously the catacombs are the one below all, it looks like. The Grandmaster has found a victory path against further collected. Necropolis has opened up the patch to strange catacombs. Oh, sorry, that's wait, what? Okay, so not one blow, but Necropolis type of thing. What up, Jay? Well, time for me to make that Paragon bush, dude. Yeah, I mean, we're literally getting Valiant November 15th is kind of insane. Yeah, man, I'm just waiting for this YouTube Vegas live. Was he reacting to this, or he's just live for different reasons? He was reacting to it. Ooh, he used the new PNGs. I probably should have, to be honest. Nick was also reacting to it. Someone made his video on the patch notes, so the patch notes must be live on their on the website. Let me check that out. Yeah, the release notes, Dark Catacombs. Okay. As above, so below. Sorcerer Supreme Kushala has come to the contest to defeat an ancient and powerful enemy who threatens the entire multiverse with destruction, but Kushala will need more than just summoner's help to fend this foe off. Together they call in aid of a brand new champion unique to the contest, the fierce and courageous Cheoth, with the combined might of Kushala's magic. So I actually wanted to show you guys the comic. I was supposed to do a motion comic breakdown, but I didn't get to that. But give me 1 second, I'm going to be right back. Actually, I'll just be right back. Alright, I'm back. I guess I don't need my headphones anymore, because waiting for this video to drop. This video did not drop, right? No new notification. What did I want to show you guys? Yeah, so there was a comic of Cheoth. The motion comic got released, so you guys saw that. But what you didn't see is the comic. They were that picture's bigger. I'm gonna take bigger pictures of the comic. All right. But basically, wow, that is a horrible picture. I'm sorry. Basically, at the end of the comic, basically, Chi Ulth is basically like, something calls to me, something from the Contest of Champions, and then she asks for Brother Grizzly and Sister Eagle's blessing to enter the contest, and that's basically how she enters the contest. And so we know it's kind of Kushala calling her, hopefully? Or is it the One Below All? We're not really too sure, but it seems like Kushala is the one calling her to help with the One Below All, because she needs a gamma hunter. And so the comic, if you guys don't know much about Chi Ulth, if you haven't watched the motion comic, basically when a gamma reactor went to meltdown, Gail Williams, her real name, made the impossible choice to dive into the flaming wreckage and save her abusive foster father. In doing so, she showed her compassion and courage and fortitude, becoming the champion of two divine spirits, Brother Grizzly and Sister Eagle. The two spirits bestowed upon her their might, knowledge, and healing gifts. Now she works to save those in need, even the gamma mutates cursed by the One Below All, as the hero Chi Ulth. And then in the motion comic, you pretty much get that, but the comic just explains it more. Did they get the physical comic out at Summit? Yes, they did. Yes, so they did. They did give out the comic. So I actually had 4 copies, but I gave away 2 to my friends, and then I have 2 copies, one to read and then one to just have protected. But yeah, they did give away the comic, and I'm gonna take pictures of it, and because it basically, it doesn't, like, it is an official Marvel comic. Marvel recognizes it as an official comic, but it basically says a custom Kabam branded comic from Marvel. So I don't know if it's gonna be released digitally. Marvel just did a tweet about it earlier yesterday, and I wanted to say, do I need to make a digital copy for everyone to read? Because I'd love for people to read it, but okay, they did make it digitally. Okay, cool. That's sick. That is sick. Okay, so let me send this to everyone. Right? This is the full comic? Hold on, give me a second, guys. Oh, yes, okay, this is the full comic. So if you want to read the full comic, it is free. Let me repost that for everyone. So that was posted yesterday. It's Chi Ulth #1. Is it the full comic? It is the full comic. It's a short comic. And it is the full comic. Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. Whoa. That's not what the back looked like, is it? Damn, that is cool. They did not show that picture. What? Why am I like... I can clearly show my screen. So yeah, this is the full comic. So yeah, if you want to read it, I don't want to get in trouble reading it online. I mean, it's a free comic. Like, they didn't sell this, so I don't think I can get in trouble for it. But yeah, Chi Ulth #1. Yeah, this is the back. What the hell? Interesting that they like created a new advertisement, but that could have been for other reasons. So I want to update the forum, the MCOC wiki, because I post a lot on the MCOC wiki. So let me update that actually. Released digitally. Did you say she's going to show up in the official Marvel stories? Gilly did, right? So I don't think so, because her comic basically ends with her entering the contest. So compared to where Guillotine, basically the comic version of Guillotine is an alternate version of the Guillotine we have in game. It's not the real, like, it's very confusing because the comic, and yeah, like, it's really confusing. Like, the Guillotine we have in game is just the one we've known for years because we fought with her. The Guillotine in the comics is basically if she never joined the contest. So that's very interesting. Okay, I uploaded the wiki, so if anyone wants to read it on the wiki, I have it available there. Yeah, super cool. I really like that they did this. So yeah, the comic ends with her joining the contest. So unless they're gonna, because basically the comic, like, it starts off with her origin story, and then it seems like it kind of does a time skip a little bit, and then she joins the contest. And then when we hopefully read the event quest, it's either going to pick up right when she enters the contest, or there's going to be space in between. So they could tell official Marvel stories with her. And this is Chioth number 1. So they could do Chioth number 2, Chioth number 3, who knows. But yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting for sure. Yeah, I'm very excited, and I think it's super cool that they're doing a new original, and really getting a new original, and having First Nations. I don't know much about First Nations. I know I know quite a bit about Native American history, but I don't know about First Nations history, which is more Canada Indigenous history. So it's cool to get a character and learn more about something I don't know about. I think it's really cool, and she just looks awesome. She has an axe. There's like Terrax in the contest, and it's like, he's all right for me personally, and I much prefer if I can learn Chioth and have a new axe wielding champion. All right, we are 6 minutes away. If they're gonna post anything. Yeah, and it's interesting. So Guillotine, obviously, she debuted in Contest Champions. And I said, in the main 616, it's what if she didn't join the contest? It is, she joined the contest in that universe of 616, but she doesn't join the contest of ours in TR9, whatever number, I forgot which, 597 something. So we will see. We shall see. Venompool was also another character, and then Civil Warrior. Civil Warrior isn't canon to 616, but his armor was modified to be Hydra Supreme's armor. And then, Venompool's design in Contest Champions, made by Gabriel Frazera, was adapted to the, not 616 Marvel, but some of the Venompools now look like the one in game. Would people go see more original characters in Marvel stuff? Yeah, 100% agree. I'd love to see Aegon. I'd really love to see the Elders of the Universe. I don't if I'm reading the Contest Champions, their story is so awesome and so unique. You don't see it in the comics. They Kabam really just reimagined the Elders of the Universe and what it means, what it means to have a Contest of Champions, a match game between two elders, and redefining the Maestro too is just so awesome. So I really do hope they do, and I want to see Aegon. I want to see more Guillotine stories, and Kabam have pushed for it, but it doesn't really seem like Marvel's. I don't think they just don't. I don't think they think it's gonna sell. I think that's the problem is Marvel is excited Kabam's creating new content, and they sign off on it, but. This is hopefully another step in the right direction, because we've heard stories. King Groot is original too, right? His design is original. He is based off the original Groot from that's 1960s 1960s. So he is an original design. He's just a modified version of the original Groot. Because the Groot we all know is actually not the original Groot. There's a different Groot who that one is based off of. And who you saw the design being used in Guardians 3, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot. People don't realize how much there are. He did. Yeah, exactly. He debuted as a villain, terrorizing a town. The monster from Planet X. And yeah, I'm always excited about Kabam Originals. I was actually talking to Kabam Mike about who do they consider, who does he consider Kabam Originals, because it's kind of interesting where you have Kabam Originals, Kabam start a character from scratch, Aegon or Chioth or Guillotine, and then you have their Kabam variants where it's you have Symbiote Supreme, right? It's Doctor Strange if he had a symbiote, which would never happen in the comics before. So it's very interesting. It was a Hulk comic or something, I can't remember. It wasn't a Hulk comic. that I'm thinking of. Was it? It was more of no, it wasn't a whole comic. It was Astonishing Tales. That's what it was. The King Groot that the Groot that King Groot is based off. Astonishing Tales is the one I'm thinking of. But they could have brought back that character for a Hulk comic. I'm not too sure. Hulk was one of those comics I didn't really read too much, if I'm being honest. At least I didn't read any Hulk comics until like after 2005. I really like Future Imperfect before the 2000s, but I just know the majority of what happened with Hulk. All right, 2 minutes to go. I'm waiting for Kabam to hopefully release this nameless, this Deathless video. I keep saying nameless, but it's just 'cause I've been saying that for years. You know what I mean? It's hard to break pattern. Come on, come on. And yeah, in this Chill comic, like I said, it is for free if you guys want to read it online. But the only way to get a physical copy is win a giveaway or sell it or find it online listing. There was one that sold from New York. So they gave away these at New York Comic Con 2 weeks ago, and then they give this away at the Player Summit. Basically, we each got a wristband once we entered the Gabam headquarters, and then when we left the headquarters, they cut off our wristband and gave us a free swag bag. So they gave us a shirt, this hat, this comic, and a bunch of other stuff like not stickers, but pop sockets, and other stuff. I think this is what I remember. Yeah. You probably can't post links. So if you're like if your message disappears, it's because you can't post links. But you can probably just copy and paste the name of the comic, and I can just Google it for you. Yeah. It's just the moderation of YouTube that it has that. Okay. So nothing. November 3rd. So they did have the live stream. Did they talk? So they So they have a. Okay. Santa coming, dude. I'm excited for Onslaught. Onslaught obviously was another one I wasn't sure Kabam were gonna do. Hey Jay, gonna have to watch the playback. Missed half the live stream because I'm working. Hope all is well, my friend. Dude, I'm doing well, man. I'm really excited. I've told you about my senior exhibit XN, but my senior exhibit debuts next week, so I'm very excited. After the stream, I gotta go do a few things, like finish my thesis, my senior thesis, and a few other things. But man, I'm doing well, man. I'm excited, and hopefully we can get back on the podcast, because Kabam Mike wants to do a show, man. We gotta schedule that, dude. And then there's a few other guests that we haven't had on that I think would be great to have on that I met at the Brawl. But they were just awesome people, and they were like, dude, we gotta do something. So definitely we'll have to get on that. And I do have the game show to work on, but I'll probably work on that next month or 2 months from now. So exciting. Good luck, man. Thank you. All right, that is okay. That's a reminder to go to my school. It's Incredible Hulk Annual 5. Yeah. Hulk Annual 5. There you go. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Yes, that is it. Yep, that is it. Yeah. That is exactly the Groot I'm talking about. Exactly. Yeah, that Groot debuted in the Astonishing Tales, and then I think he was in this comic not too long after. It's so funny, like Hulk was like just they just threw out any big monster at Hulk. It's pretty funny. 1976. Okay, there you go. 70s is what I was thinking. Pretty cool. All right. 103. Okay, so I think we passed the time. They did say they were releasing the narrative video for the Deathless, but I don't see it. Let me check their playlist. Champion reveal trailers. I don't think it'd be a champion reveal trailer, right? Yeah, there's no private videos. And, dude, inside the contest. Oh, there is an inside the contest that says one's hidden. That's interesting. Got to run here. Adios. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out, Dewey and Head. I appreciate it. It was fun chatting with you. Yeah, inside the contest, there's a video hidden. So I wonder if it's that. Let me see the story so far. Okay, that's not hidden. Right. Yeah. So it seems like a new inside the contest is coming. Game trailers. That's not hidden. Character special moves. That's not hidden. Motion comics. 75 motion comics. Actually, I think that number's skewed because I think they have 2 of the same motion comic in that playlist, and for some reason they never updated it. But whatever. Deep dives. Damn, 80 deep dives. 2 unavailable videos, but obviously we know that's Kushala and Chioth, which will probably be this weekend. How about that? What, today's Friday? Yeah, probably tomorrow or the day after. All right, so inside the contest. Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna end the stream here because it doesn't seem like they're posting that. Maybe they'll post it later, but I kind of have some errands to run today. But I will hopefully do a motion comic breakdown of the new motion comic that I didn't get to do the other day, and I will talk about this comic, and I'll talk about it being digitally available for everyone. And then hopefully, I guess there's an inside the contest video, which is cool because I've been wanting those for a long time, and I'll do a breakdown of that as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I really do appreciate everyone joining, having a good time, enjoying the lore, enjoying the theory crafting, enjoying the new reveals. Good luck to everyone getting Valiant, and if you're not getting Valiant and you're chasing other progression titles, good luck. Yeah, it's a tough challenge, but just look up YouTube guides, relax, find the best counters, what works for you. Don't spend if you don't need to, and enjoy life, my friends. All right, I hope you guys have